There we go. Oh, hi, Nix. Okay, we're starting out with some cat love, and just so you guys know, Nick says hello. Hi, baby. Mommy's trying to do something right now. Okay, so I do apologize for that, whatever was happening. I was having some issues with I was having some issues with the weird game window things, and it was not working. Cat. So my cat, her name is Nix. She is like 2.5, 3 years old. She is black and very chunky. She's my baby. She's sitting on the desk right now. I post lots of pictures of her on my Instagram mostly, but maybe I should start posting on Twitter too. Oh, there she goes. Bye-bye, Nix. I'm sure she'll be back. She is a stream buddy. She does always, anytime I'm working at my desk, she comes over and plops her fat little butt on my desk. Dog. And I do have some family over right now, so if there's any little noises in the back, I apologize, but, dog is the biggest problem. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Go away. There's nothing. Okay, so now that everything's set up and people are coming by, hi! We're gonna be playing Moonflower today, which is a game I actually worked on as the artist for the CGs and for the sprites and character designs. And we are apparently planning a patch with some more characters soon, which they have, the game studio has posted a couple previews of on Twitter if you guys want to see. And there's also going to be some fun merch stuff happening, so I will definitely be posting about the Twitter and merch stuff later. Oh, everyone will be super sexy. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, not to toot my own horn, but I think they turned out pretty cute. There's specifically a princess that I want to kiss, and I do want to kiss the villain. He's pretty cute. Oh my gosh, give me a second. Dog is having a bad day today because we have family members over, so I apologize for dog noises. Also, hi! Hello! Sorry, I keep getting distracted by animals. I don't know if I would say I'm the creator of cuteness exactly, because I have a hard time drawing cute people, but I don't know, pretty anime boys perhaps? Oh my gosh, dog. Dog is having a bad day. Yeah, well, you guys will see for sure. There's lots of characters. This probably won't be a super long stream because I do have, like I said, I got some family over. But I did want to start this. This will probably be a couple of streams of game. And like I said last time, I'm still adjusting and this is only my second stream, so if you guys notice anything off with audio or anything weird, let me know. Yeah, listen. I'm not a dog person in general. I do love him because he is my brother's dog. He's a good little guy, but man, they're noisy. So because I did do a bunch of art for this, I am probably going to be talking about the art a lot. So here's this first one. This is the title screen that I did. I think he's pretty cute. Cat boy, cat boy, cat boy. Okay. Just making sure everything is not fucked. Okay, so I guess let's get started. Let's kiss some boys. The potion bubbled gently under the man's watchful eye, occasionally sending up tiny wisps of white steam that smelled faintly earthly. Skylar reached for it. It wasn't anything extravagant, just a humble concoction of water, cucumber, and aloe vera, and yet it interested him greatly. That sounds like a tasty drink. What are your guys' opinions on the aloe vera drinks? I used to like them a lot, but now the texture is a little wonky. The desired result was nothing more than simple ointment meant to heal minor burns completely when applied directly to the skin. Are we learning science? Oh, there he is. Look at him. Thanks. I think he turned out very cute. But yeah, this is Skylar. Little purple cat boy. That's us. However, I saw some work in progress pictures of these backgrounds, but fun fact, I'm actually not super aware of everything that happens in the game. I'm only aware of the things that happen during the cutscenes that I did CGs for. So a lot of this is actually really new to me. These backgrounds I did see some work in progress things of, and they're so pretty. While I am streaming this game, it's going to be a lot of nerd shit though, and me being like, oh my gosh, colors, wow, art. So I apologize for being a cringy nerd about this, but these colors are really nice. Okay. He smiled to himself as he emptied a small bowl of crushed sylvite into the mixture. The concoction began to freeze before his very eyes, the sudden drop in temperature sending quickly spreading stress fractures throughout the glass vial. Oh, we're exploding things. Oopsie. Everything inside turned brittle in an instant, and it only took an instant more for the entire beaker to shatter with a deafening crack. Oops. We're breaking shit. Skylar watched on in fascination. A reaction like that wasn't unheard of. In fact, it's exactly what he was aiming for. Ooh. We're aiming for exploding vials. An ointment that would continuously cool a burn site over an extended period of time. If it worked as expected, then it would no doubt become an incredible tool for the kingdom. I'm excited to play a character that's 800 times smarter than me. We're going to learn some stuff. However, simply dropping the sylvite into the potion, which in itself was a mineral only rarely found in the dried-up ruins of ancient seas, caused a far too violent reaction. The freezing was too quick and far too powerful. Oh, there he is again. Hello, cat boy. I do like how they set up the little oh. Oh, hi! Hello! Thank you for the follow. Welcome. We're kissing cat boys. Oh wait, actually no, we are the cat boys. Someone else is kissing cat boys. I know who we are kissing, but probably won't see him until later. But I like how they set up the little speech bubble box thing. I forget what the actual word for this is. But, the semi-see-through with the little border on it is very nice looking. And I like the little, instead of just doing the full bodies or the thigh-up sprites for all of them, the little head ones are cute. But if I can achieve a similar result with a more readily available reagent, something widely accessible that anyone could create with supplies found in their own home. Science. He was certain without a doubt that the Sylvite would act as a stepping stone, a bridge towards a potent cooling bomb that anyone could create. We love accessible science. For the bimbos like me. But for now, all he could note down was that Sylvite was far too dangerous to be applied directly to the skin. For now, anyway. We're sciencing. With deft hands, Skylar picked up an empty bottle and poured water into it. It sat still within the glass, unmoving, until he reached for the feather of a bird. The ingredients for a healing potion that's particularly potent and effective, though once again difficult for a common person to create. After all, not everyone had an abundant stock of bird feathers just lying about. That's true. I don't have any bird feathers lying about in my home. Not gonna lie. I can't say that I have any potion ingredients. All he needed to do now was add sand, fire powder, and eucalyptus leaf, the three things he had read in stock. But before he could gather the ingredients, a knock sounded at the door. Oh, I wonder who this is. Damn it all, visitors always come at the worst of times. Yeah, he was doing nerd shit. There he is. Hello, little guy. I don't know if I did post, but I'm going to post, after I get permission, the full body designs I did, because people were asking about his full design, and a couple of other designs that I did really like the full things of. He's got long ponytail and his little cattail. I want people to see all of his outfit. It's cute. Cat boy, cat boy, cat boy. Like I said, I'm going to be adjusting stuff little by little because I'm still trying to figure out settings that work well. So I'm sorry for any shifting noises or random changes in audio. With a small huff, Skylar placed the bottle back on the lab table and took a moment to compose himself. He straightened out his crimson-red vest before heading towards the door to open it. There she is! That's my girlfriend. I want to kiss her on the mouth. She's so cute. I think that she turned out very good. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. The perfectly put-together woman smiled brightly at Skylar. Her blonde hair was done up neatly in a ponytail. Wavy strands fell down either side of her face, framing her brilliant pink eyes. Yeah, princess time. I think that the princess's design is one of the ones specifically that I look at and I'm like, specifically this part. You can tell that I like Final Fantasy just because it looks like a couple of, like it reminds me of a couple of different characters, but I like how she came out. She's very cute. And I tried to make these colors a little cohesive between these two characters specifically, because they are homies and from the same place, so I think she's cute. The familiar sight of her made him smile as he stepped aside, allowing her to enter. Your Highness, you should have called in advance. Oh, he bounced. He all but bowed down to the woman, who simply rolled her eyes and hit the top of his hat lightly with her gloved fingertip in response. Sorry, my brain had a little... Walking past the deeply bowing Skylar, she crossed the room, her hands carefully folded in front of her as she inspected the man's work. I know how to speak, I swear to God. With a smile, she turned and looked back over her shoulder at Skylar, whose own gaze found hers instantly. Your Highness, and what shall I call you then? Would High Alchemist Skylar suit, good sir? If it pleases the lady, she may call me whatever she wishes. She laughed lightly at his response, as if the very notion was completely and utterly absurd. They're homies. Homies don't use titles. Stop with that nonsense, Nico. Oh, pulling out his government-assigned name. Hearing the use of his first name, he immediately raised an eyebrow until he saw the smile that lit up the young princess's face. One day I will stop having speaking problems, but... Sorry, like I said, I'm going to be adjusting stuff, so sorry for any awkward pauses. This Tomocat's still learning. If it were anyone else... Did you come here to annoy me, my dearest princess, or are you looking for something specific from your loyal servant this fine morning? Oh, it's morning. When people talk to me in the morning, I am considerably less friendly. Whatever I came here for, it certainly wasn't for you to annoy me, my dear alchemist friend. Oh, she's gonna get him. With a chuckle at her own jest, Olivia walked forward again to come face to face with Skylar, standing only the tiniest bit shorter than he did. She looked up into his eyes with a sly smile on her lips. See how foolish we sound being so formal. I am not a princess here. I come as your friend. They are homies. Oh, gosh, I've been so sleepy all day today for no good reason. Skylar returned the girl's warm smile and nodded in response, letting out a small sigh of relief as he accepted the shift in conversation. I know, so what brings you here then, Olivia? Come to request a potion, or hear a story while you're passing through? None of those at this time. She shook her head, her hair swishing softly behind her like a silk ribbon caught in a gentle breeze. Oh, beautiful woman, please, just one chance. A kiss, please. Then to what do I owe the pleasure? Skylar dusted his hands off and leant against the table he'd only just been working at, giving Olivia his full attention. The young woman simply smiled, an apparent desire to extend the mysterious circumstances behind her visit, although Skylar already had a theory as to why she was here. Okay, hair in my mouth. Nick's left behind a bunch of hair. Stinky. I do like this expression. This was one of the ones that I thought turned out really cute. My brain, when I was drawing her, I wanted to give her Princess Peach lips. What are you working on over here? Something new? She gestured towards the cracked vial with a raised eyebrow as she spoke. Oh, ma'am, we are breaking things in the Royal Alchemist room. I can't help but notice it's, well, broken. Is that supposed to happen? No? You will not avoid my query with distraction, Olivia. Oh, he's angry. Angry cat boy. I know this art style does look familiar. I wonder who drew it. I heard that whoever drew it was really cool and sexy and professional. Thanks. I think so. Pro gamer, pro artist. But if you truly want to know, then yes and no. How curious. Both yes and no. Please elaborate. We're breaking shit, princess. The result of the broken vessel is expected given the ingredient's volatility. It's a fancy word. And yet it is also not the desired result. You gotta crack a few eggs to make a magic omelet, m'lady. The royal's expression morphed into one of amazement. Her eyes widened as though he was speaking about a secret only shared in whispers. Science. Oh, she's so cute. She is excited. Inquisitive as ever, her thirst for the adventure of discovery was surely inherited from her queen mother. Perhaps just humoring her for a short while would do no harm. I don't know about that. If we've learned anything from video games, the princess is always causing trouble and shenanigans. A knowing glint in his eye, he directed the princess's attention to the equipment she had been previously inspecting. Would you care to take a look? We should explore more things. My sister and I were putting some baking soda and boiling water down the bathtub drain yesterday to do a little bit of a clear out, and it felt kind of like this. It felt like exploding science. I am an alchemist. It was fun. Watching chemicals do stuff is always fun. Ooh. Excuse me. Mama Tomocat's got some stomach acid because I am a grandmother. Her eyes almost sparkled as the realization dawned on her that she was about to get a first-hand lesson by the famed alchemist himself. You would show me? You truly don't mind? Do you wish me not to? He knew very well she would not reject such an opportunity, often scolded by her minders as a child for pestering the alchemists to share their secrets, something she had never quite outgrown. She likes science. Why be a princess when you can explode things? Ha! Now that you've teased me with such a thing, you are required by law to follow through. Oh fuck. This is an order. Olivia folded her arms over her chest and nodded her head, her stubborn declaration betrayed by the fact that she nearly vibrated with excitement. She's full of bees. By law, how preposterous. Is that so, dear princess? I can't say it's a law I've ever heard of, but who am I to disagree with royalty? I would do anything she asked me to. She could ask me to jump into the ocean and I would do it. Anything for you, princess. A hearty chuckle escaped him as his attentive student pretended she couldn't hear him. Whoa, potion. Once more Skylar repeated his experiment, though this time being somewhat more sparing with his ingredients lest he cause a royal incident that couldn't simply be explained away. The incident? Yeah, please don't explode the princess, I love her. And once more the vial began to splinter. Oh, still too strong. Satisfied now? Now, princess, that's enough stalling. What is it you came here for? Surely you have better things to do than watch glass break. She came here for exploding. Much to no one's surprise, the woman ignored his second question. Tell me, why does it do such a thing? Such a destructive and immediate reaction? What does it mean? She's so cute. I think that her excited expression here turned out really cute. Pretty lady. I love women. And expected but not desired. How so? How do you make it give you the desired result? What is the desired result? Lots of questions. She had 1,000 questions at the tip of her tongue, all prepared to be instantly launched at her feline-featured friend, Catboy. Expected but not desired indeed. Oh, the internal shade being thrown. Frowning slightly, Skylar returned to his rested position against a nearby desk, his ivory hand making a subtle ting as he retrieved a forgotten tea from the desk's surface. So that is another fun note, because I had watched someone stream a little bit and they were not aware. But this arm is not a glove. It is actually made out of porcelain, and the little gold things are supposed to look like kintsugi. You know, the Japanese thing where when pottery breaks you put it back together with gold. So this is actually a fake arm that he made himself with alchemy. Also, I like this expression too, his little confused expression. I think it turned out really cute. I think that his design is one of the favorites that came out, just because I like poofy sleeves and vests, so I was having a good time when I was drawing him. And also he's fluffy, and I love fluffy cat boys, in case any of you don't know about that. Love them. He won't answer. Is sharing knowledge not the purpose of an alchemist? Oh, she is sad. Oh, please, how could you do this to her, Catboy? Her face dropped in a pout, a tried and true tactic on anyone else. Oh. I seem to recall an unanswered question of my own. The princess sighed and cleared her throat before continuing. Fine, you know why I'm here. I've come to ask you to the Moonflower Festival. Whoa! A homie date. Let's go. I'm already submitting the required materials for the ritual. You need not come here to ask. Oh, please. Oh, she's angry. You know what I mean, Nika. Whoa. Pulling out the first name again. She cut the man off sharply, lowering her eyes in a playful, contemptuous way. Why would I come all the way down here to ask for potions that I already know you're submitting? You're not the foolish type. Confused princess. It's been a little bit since I finished these, so I did kind of forget what these look like. And they look... Sorry, adjusting some things. But they look nice. All on the big screen. It's weird seeing my art on big screen. Skylar sighed heavily as she continued talking, shaking his head slightly as he gave voice to his own thoughts. He spoke without even thinking about it, merely stating the obvious. I'm not going. Oh, he does not want to go to the ball, ma'am. Please. Do not make him socialize. His tone was direct and definitive, even if he hadn't anticipated the sharp edge his words had once spoken. He says, no, 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 no. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think it looks nice on the big screen. Makes me feel very professional. It would mean the world to my father, and to me, of course, if you would at least consider it. Tisk means a lot to a king whose counsel barely tolerates my existence. Yeah, here's some other context that I do know. Apparently, some of these motherfuckers are racist against cat boys. Can't imagine it because I want to kiss every cat boy, but politics, what can you say? This thought he would keep to himself, however. Olivia slowly bats her eyelashes towards him, a trick she often used to get what she wanted from potential suitors, guests of the kingdom, and even staff that waltzed around the palace halls. It would work on me. It already has. She's so cute. However, it was also a trick he knew well, and it had no effect on the High Alchemist. Skylar had known the princess for over 20 years, and he'd given her pointers in the past on how to deal with unruly people. He's giving her tips and tricks on how to seduce people for their goods. Hi, Nix! Nix is back. Everyone say hi, Nix, big baby. Are you just a sweetie pie? Chubby, chubby, chubby baby. Oh, and she's up on the desk. Hi. Oh, big baby. You're so cute. Mwah. She smells. Stinky, stinky, stinky. Oh, she's gonna play games with us. Sorry, you can't jump up there. There's a candle over there. Also, Mommy's trying to read. Excuse me. Still, it doesn't stop her from trying to play coy with him every now and then, though never with any real success. Skylar raised a brow and grinned. Oh, I can't see over your little head, Nix. My goodness. Hi. Kiss, 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 kiss. In case anyone was in doubt, Nix is very spoiled. Are you just a baby? She doesn't like when I'm at my desk and not on my bed, so my lap is available. Big stinky. Okay. She's scooched over enough that I can... Here, come in. Skylar raised a brow and grinned, giving Olivia a look of disbelief as she made one last attempt to coax his participation to accepting her invitation. Go to the ball, Skylar. Nothing bad could happen at a ball in a fun fantasy game. You truly have mastered the art of subtly getting what you want, my friend, but I will not put my personal comfort on the line just for appearances. Do not ever put Skylar in a position, a situation. Don't ever put me in a situation, ma'am. You know how those nobles get. You know, maybe he's unsocial, but it might also be the racism I just realized. His nose scrunched up as he said that word, like he had just smelled something foul. There's nothing like the stench of high society nobility to make an otherwise perfectly good day turn sour. They swarm me because I'm a Felinus. It's rather vexing. Hope I said that right, I don't remember. You can hardly blame them. There aren't very many left of your kind, so they're entranced. I do not think they mean to harm you in any way. Me, I'm entranced by cat boys. Please. Really? What about Lady Ockran, who always demands to be allowed to touch my tail? What of her? Listen, I get it. Cat tail, fluffy, soft. Purple cat, soft. She offered the man a weak smile, but pursed her lips to speak nonetheless. I'll be by your side. You can be my personal guest. I dare any noble to speak out of place with me in their presence. Yeah, I dare you to be racist in front of the princess. She'll punch you. She grinned wider now, this time bearing some sparkling white teeth. Her eyes twinkled with challenge behind her long lashes as she looked back at Skylar. She got them anime lashes. Duke Fargus owes us gold for a bridge we are funding for his nation, and Duchess Pellegrin needs our favor to help push forward a proposal she's drafting regarding magical law. Whoa, that was a lot of words. neither will push against me, but lest they fall out of dear father's favor. You love a powerful woman. She's about to ruin this man's whole career. And what of Lady Ogren? Hardly a problem, like a fly that need only be swatted away. Fucking execute her, lady. If you touch Cattail, you die. She made the motion with her hand, swatting away an invisible bug. The princess gave him a confident nod, as if to say that such problems would never trouble him while he was at her side. Nothing would trouble me if I was at her side. Milady. Beautiful woman. This is a momentous occasion for the kingdom, but also for you and your studies. You deserve to be celebrated for your work. In person. In person? What? Go outside. Horrendous idea. I could use the company if I'm being honest. She offered up the last part with a sheepish smile. Sheepish? Oh my god, one of these days I will speak correctly. A small, intrepid thing that was enough to pull at Skylar's heartstrings, more than her batting her eyelashes ever could. What do you say? Oh please, Nika, join us. Skylar shut his eyes tightly, placing his index finger against the bridge of his nose. He inhaled sharply, drawing strength to give his answer, a simple and meek answer. Fine. Oh, he has been worn down. Fine? The young princess's eyes lit up as she practically jumped up and down in place, leaning towards her longtime friend. Her cheeks were flushed pink with excitement and a wide grin on her face as she stared at Skylar in disbelief. Yay, homie date to the ball. I'm sure that nothing will go wrong and everything will be fine. Did I hear you correctly? You did, but if you keep it up, I'll change my answer. Yeah, sometimes introverts do change their mind 5 seconds before the plan, so you gotta be careful, man. You're on thin fucking ice, princess. Doing this for you, but you'll owe me something in return. A favor. Of course, my resources are always at your disposal. You need just ask. And I will, one day. Wonder if that'll come up again. He says, I'd like the favor for you to help me kiss this beautiful man, please. The beautiful man that comes in later that we kiss. However, Skylar was positive that even if he were dying, he would use all of the resources at his disposal before even thinking of requesting a favor from the princess. She was a dear friend to him, but even more so, she was one of the few people left in the world he cared about enough to suck up his pride and let himself be gawked over for a few hours by an endless parade of high society nobles. That's a real one, for real. Going over in public and hanging out with other people is pretty tough, but when you got a homie with you. A few hours. It's just a few hours. It's all it will take to make her night, even if it means facing Lady Ogren and her ridiculous demands. She just wants to pet the cat ear, man. Hopefully I won't regret it. Oh, I'm sure you will not, sir. A whole night on to town with the beautiful princess. Lucky, lucky. Alchemy is pretty sexy. Oh, fun. Yeah, you said fun. Haha, fun. I love alchemists. I mean, alchemy. Science. Very cool, very fun. Not looking at this princess's boobs at all. Not once. He raised both hands above his head in surrender as he said those words out loud as well as to himself. He turned back to his workstation with another sigh as he began sorting through some potions on the table in front of him. Crack. Oh! A piercing shriek reverberated through the laboratory, tiny projectiles rocketing through the space at an alarming speed. Oh shit, oh fuck. We're exploding things, but actually... What was that? Eyes wide, the girl retreated from the assorted equipment as though her very life flashed before her eyes. She almost died. And a sight Skylar could not help but smile at. What did you touch? What? Nothing. I do that a lot too. When something like tips over, whoever's nearby, I'm like, oh my god, you breaking shit over there? Of course she touched nothing. Forgive me, princess, but an opportunity such as that so rarely follows the delivery of a request such as you've had. Skylar approached the offending bench, picking up the remainder of the destroyed bottle. I hear a cat yelling. I think it is the sister's cat, because Nyx is chilling on the bed now. Oh, Nyx is sleeping on the heating pad. She's very cozy on the heating pad. It's her favorite thing. Skylar approached the offending... Oh, yeah, I already read that. Oopsies. Got distracted by cats. It would appear a little experiment has decided to demonstrate what happens when one does not pay close enough attention to their surroundings. Olivia placed a hand over her racing heart, taking several deep breaths as she attempted to calm herself. You shouldn't leave science unattended. That's how you get freaking fires in your office, sir. Especially with magic science. You did that on purpose, didn't you? She wrinkled her nose at the alchemist. Ahaha. Smug little man. I love him. I am quite certain I have done no such thing. He would never. Skylar would never. Cat boys would never do anything wrong or mischievous, ever. Skylar shook his head. Olivia narrowed her gaze at him in suspicion for a moment longer before her expression shifted. You jest, princess. If I were to do anything to put you in any sort of danger, the punishment would be severe. I don't wish for my head to be in a basket, particularly. That's true. Tease as we'd like, but I love the princess. Gotta make sure she's safe. I suppose you're right. Composing herself, Olivia approached the villainess cautiously. Today is not the day for such a fright, Nico. Oh, it's Freya! Hi, baby. Bring her over here. I heard her yelling. Hi, baby.
I was away for 2 seconds.
Oh. She was alone for 5 whole seconds. Oh, God, her life is terrible.
Look how fluffy she is.
Are you so fluffy?
Oh, she's purring.
Are you so fluffy? Hi, baby. Okay, she can't go now. Okay, sorry, I gotta make sure I pet all the cats. Nyx is still cozy on the heating pad, so... Indeed, you are correct. Perhaps a lesson in indulging the requests of royalty. An offended gasp met his playful suggestion. I wouldn't go that far. An unexpected reaction from a harmless exercise, that's all. Harmless? I don't know about science being harmless, bro. We almost exploded. Incorrigible, exactly like her mother. As you say, princess. Skylar... Ooh. Sorry, I got a message. I got distracted again. Oopsies. Skylar glanced out of the corner of his eyes at the young woman as she struggled to contain herself. It only took their eyes meeting for her to erupt in giggles a moment later. I do so enjoy your company, my dear friend. Aw, they're homies. Good for them. I'm glad that they both have got some pals. I suppose your presence is acceptable. Oh, she punched him. Final Fantasy punching noises. Wow! Final Fantasy Tactics dying noises. Olivia playfully swatted at the older male's hat once more. Not his hat. How rude. Without me, you'd never leave this strange place. Without you, I never would have returned to this palace at all, Princess Olivia. Oh. She would never know that, of course. Some more. Strange is subjective, don't you think? Putting aside the talk of that, though, I had a query. How fares the town preparations? Skylar brought a finger to his lips, deep in thought of busy markets in the town below, which were probably even more busy with the upcoming celebration. Yeah, so they have a festival every 100 years, I think, was the thing that I read. To revitalize, the Moonflower, which is the title of the game. Whoa. The town, I can only assume it proceeds smoothly. I've not heard any reports otherwise, so I would like to believe that means it's going well. Good, good. Does something concern you, Nika? Concern? Of course not. I had thought to venture out below to replenish some of my supplies. However, Olivia giggled knowingly. It was already obvious to the princess what was going on. However, you didn't want to get stuck engaging in celebration preparations. Party prep. Oh, even worse than even going to the party. Poor Catboy, he is so tired. Skylar nodded solemnly. I think you should go, Nika. You might even find the markets fun. You do know what fun is, don't you? Lest I repeat myself, being gawked at by the citizenry is not my idea of fun. You should. Maybe there's beautiful people out there. Olivia sighed, although her smile never left her face. At least you can go. Oh no. Oh, princess trapped in the castle. I think we should break her out. Jailbreak. Take the princess on a date. Let's go. Skylar offered her a sympathetic smile. Being princess and moonseer came with many restrictions. While she was treated with fear, intrigue, and sometimes lust, Olivia was a precious doll to be displayed and immaculately maintained. Oh, poor princess. She is living the difficult life of a beautiful fantasy princess. Such is the struggle. It was an unlikely friendship between the pair, but one born of mutual societal pressure. Oof. It is unfortunate for both of them, but I'm glad that they are friends. I do tend to really enjoy those character types, though. Oopsies, not to be cringe and depressed, but I do love a sad, lonely character that has a friend that is also sad and lonely. Father will be curious as to where I've been all this time. I cannot stay. However, it has been great fun, as always. Love exploding things with you, Home Slice. Perhaps next time you'll be visiting for pleasure, not the request of work. Skylar offered the girl a sly grin as she giggled in response, nodding along in agreement. An innocent little motion of pure joy he wished she would spare on others aside from him and a few other very special people. Oh, if you need friends, princess, I will gladly hang out with you and hold your hand, please. Oh my god. Oh, hello, hi. Oh, that is, oh, okay. You got work and life to do, baby. I get it. I haven't been doing much of anything other than going, haha, wow, princess pretty anyways. Also, thank you for the follow, homie. Hi. I hope your day was good. She had a wonderful laugh like a light spring breeze whistling across a quiet glade after a long winter's nap. Oh, very poetic. It was delightful, the sort of sound that filled any heart that heard it with warm satisfaction, despite whatever troubles or concerns they might have faced that day. Oh, beautiful princess. Your laugh is healing. Oh, pasta. Is it Alfredo? I ate the cottage cheese and Doritos as a snack before streaming because my family eats late. Oh, dog is screaming. Dog, please stop. Yeah, Alfredo, let's fucking go. That shit slaps. The princess was indeed good company. She was pleasant to spend time with, quick to laugh at a joke, and kind to everyone who came in contact with her. Perhaps so, High Alchemist Skylar. That's his government-assigned name. The full name. With her parting words left hanging in the air between them, Olivia slipped out of the room once more. Skylar stared at the door for a moment before returning his attention back to the potion he had left on his table what felt like forever ago. I know that they added a mini-game in this. Something potions mini-game. Because like I said, I'm not actually 100% in the know about everything. So I don't know when that happens. Whoa, she just zoomed off the screen. Bye, princess. Love you. I also haven't heard any of the music in this before. I was looking at some of the work in progress stuff for the backgrounds, and some of the backgrounds I got because I did CGs taking place in places like this. So I saw a couple of the things, but I haven't heard any of the music before, and it's really nice. This area is very pretty, but it was kind of a pain in the booty when I was drawing it. I try to be child-friendly, but, you know, I'm not very good at it. Yeah, this area has a lot going on, so, oh my lord, it was a lot to draw. Also, yeah, not to go back to it, but this music's really cute. An unsettled Skylar stood motionless in a deserted courtyard, worry etched into his otherwise soft features. He was apprehensive in a way he could not quite explain, more so than was reasonable for a simple festival. There is no way that nothing bad could ever happen in a fantasy festival celebrating the moon. Nothing bad has ever happened involving the moon in anything. Yeah, it is pretty. The art and the music. When they asked me to do art for this game, I was really excited because literally everything, I was like, oh, this is all very much my aesthetic, my vibes. There was something sharp on the wind. The aura of the palace felt almost wrong somehow. Oh, foreboding. Perhaps he was simply overly worried for his beloved princess. Sometimes he felt he was the only one who actually genuinely cared for her as a person, beyond her title and birthright. Oof. Princess needs friends. I'll be your friend, princess. Please, I'll hold your hand. Little guy. A little meow meow. Would that you were here, Vera. Your little girl could desperately use the support of her mother tonight. That is her mom, I remember. I think that she is unalived. Unfortunate. I would love a beautiful queen woman. Ahem. The Felinus's ears twitched. How long? Not even a moment to my own thoughts these days. I know who this character is. Can I help you with something? A knight stood before him. A sudden shyness fallen over his features as the alchemist turned his attention to him. There he is. Little guy. His name's Wesley. He's very cute. I know, Mommy's gone. Imagine the princess, but as Mommy? Her mom was probably so hot. Sorry to say that about your dead mom, princess, but man. Sir, the princess has sent summons for your attendance at the commencement of the Moonflower ball, sir. I've been having problems talking today, probably because I am very sleepy, but... Does he fear me, or is the stutter a natural one? He's just a nervous little guy. Just a little guy. Well, I suppose it matters not. It would not do to cause him to fail his mission by refusing. Imagine if he did, though. He just fucking left him. This poor little anxious guy all by himself, and he had to go back to the princess and be like, I couldn't find your guy. That'd be fucked up. It seems the princess has doubts that I will keep my promise to her. I cannot say, sir. I jest, sir. The knight looked alarmed as he scrambled to answer, his words getting stuck in his throat. Wesley Siddell, my lord. Wesley. Just a little guy. I do think that he turned out very cute. There's a couple of things that I maybe at some point want to adjust, and maybe the studio will allow me a couple of maybe a patch of adjustments on the character models, just because there are things that I have noticed. It's like when you're an artist and you upload something to social media, and then you immediately notice 8 million mistakes. So there's a couple of things that I noticed and I would like to adjust just a little bit. So, probably ask about that soon. Has no one asked this poor fool his name before? Hey, he's just a little guy. Siddell, as a Knight Marshal Garrick Siddell? His son, sir. I remember hearing something about his dad is not nice. Oh, yep, yeah, it's literally right there. I see this must be the younger son of that pompous oaf. He is a pompous oaf. From what I've heard, he is not nice. So the lower-ranked son gets sent on an errand. That's okay, because we get to hang out with him. He's just a little guy, as I keep saying. There's no other way to describe him. Yeah, see, you guys know what's up. I love posting things and then immediately seeing 8 million mistakes and being like, now I can't fix it, it's already there. Hi! Did go? What's up? How's it going? I did say that we're kissing some cats, but we actually are the cat, so we are getting kissed. We are kissing elves because he shows up later. The love interest is an elf man. Well, Sir Wesley, you may tell Her Highness I will be along shortly. Begrudgingly, poor Catboy does not like to socialize. I wish but a few more moments to prepare myself for... He gestured weakly towards the ballroom. I don't like going to the grocery store sometimes because it's noisy. I can't imagine, like, in ye olden days, balls where you had to go and socialize, like, all night. Actually, I was gonna say where you had to socialize all night in shitty, costumes and outfits, but then I was gonna say that's literally what I do at conventions, so I've changed my mind. I do know exactly what it feels like. Ooh, lunch break an hour late. That's always a good time. I'm so sorry. Has it been busy? Are the children leaving lots of messes? Yes, Lord High Alchemist, sir. I swear to God one day I will speak normally. I am Wesley, having a hard time. You managed to say that without a stutter. Sir? I don't know why I said it like that. Sir? Oh, dude, same. I was supposed to be at work earlier today, and I should have gotten more work done than I did. But I was a little bit late because I was playing Farmville. But you know what? I had a long night last night of hanging out with my family because my cousin and aunt are up visiting, and they got here yesterday, so we were hanging out. And I had to have my Farmville time this morning, okay? Gotta de-stress. Skylar glanced at the man. He was fidgeting and shifting his feet as though he had something to say. Was there something else? Demon cats these days always on their damn phones. You also. So I guess it would just be demons these days always on their damn phones. Not exactly, sir. I just... this is getting bothersome. Oh, Skylar, he's so out of spoons. Speak freely if you have something to say. Yeah, see? It's all demons. Always on their damn phones. Yeah, with their texting and their murder. How else are you supposed to cause chaos in the modern day rather than going online? Going on Twitter and Reddit to cause shenanigans. Disco and I are demon queens who are out to go and cause chaos. Disco's roller skating and having parties, and I'm over here playing Animal Crossing. I'm surprised to see you in attendance, sir. The staff and security were told you wouldn't be coming. It was not my first choice of activity tonight, or even my second. You may think a very persuasive princess for the change of plans. Yeah, just a couple of baddies. Just a couple of ladies. Playing some games. I already read that. Whoopsies. Keep getting distracted and spacing out. I'm so sleepy. Sir Wesley smiled at that, all nervousness melting away. Oh, he's made a homie. Oh, this is an interesting change. So the knight is interested in the princess. Ah-ho-ho. I did hear something about that when in the character design notes. I think Wesley likes her. I've got competition. Wesley and I are gonna be fighting over the princess. She's amazing, isn't she? She is. Back off my girlfriend. Miss Tomocat wants to kiss the princess. She's not like the other nobles. She actually cares about the people around her, learns the names and families of all her attendants, even when the other nobles tell her not to bother. I don't blame you for not wanting to be around them. Not a fan of the nobility, then. Okay, have fun with your pearlers. And I hope you have a good lunch. I hope you get some much needed relax time. Yeah, you know, that's true. Because listen, I want to kiss the princess, but I will say, I think you're right that he needs her more than I do. He needs some confidence boost. He needs a friend in this terrible life he has. You're not what I expected either, if it's okay to say, sir. Skylar shifted his stance to better see the young knight before him. Fluffy brown hair, freckles, and pale green eyes. Fluffy. He was cute by human standards. He couldn't help but wonder if Olivia had actually ever met this boy before, for he would have surely heard about him if she had. Oh, do they gossip together about boys? Sorry, I noticed a cat hair on my mic and I didn't get it. I wonder if they talk about all the cute boys in the palace. Because I'm sure that I said earlier that Olivia has lots of suitors, which is obvious for fantasy princess, poor lady. But I haven't heard if she's interested in anyone. The visual inspection appeared to alarm Wesley even more, the boy rushing to explain himself. Wait, that came out wrong. It's just, guards are taught to leave the alchemists alone. That they do important work, but, They are skilled and talented individuals in natural and scientific studies, but who have remarkably little social abilities. Me too, girl. I've got a couple of skills, but I also have very few social abilities. I am also, sorry that this is covering up some of the frickin' words, but I'm gonna be playing other games that are not, word focused, and I don't want to adjust this right now, so I apologize. You guys will just have to suffer, I guess. Wesley couldn't help but laugh. Yes, my lord, exactly that. Oh, he is aware of the shit talking. But more so, well, you're, not human. Oh. His statement was blunt and matter-of-fact. He knew exactly how the Knight Marshal in particular felt about him. That's right. Wesley's dad's fucking racist. He hates catboys, which is insane. Yeah, see, that's the trade-off. You don't get to see all the words, but there's some boobas where the words should be, so it's not like it's a loss, really. It's a gain, if anything. I also think that I'm gonna add more outfits for Miss Tomocat. I think I want to make her a big sweater for comfy streams for games like because I have a couple of games I want to play, like Potions Permit, and I got that new game Graveyard Keeper, so hopefully I'll be able to stream either of those at some point soon. I've got a lot of games that are like really cozy and like dating sims and farming games, and then I've got a couple of random ones that are like Final Fantasy and like Resident Evil games, so we've got some variety coming up. Also, yeah, come on, right? I don't understand how people would not like the Catboys. He's also a smart purple fluffy cat boy. Wesley's father's got bad taste. Also, boobas are gains. She's also got big arms, so. Buff Tomocat. Resident Evil Stardew Valley mod. I will farm as Leon Skinnedy, and I don't think I've actually never played Stardew Valley myself, so I don't know what the... I think there are enemies in there? Question mark? Do you have to kill things or just the plants? Because if it's just the plants, then the plants are the monsters. That would be a fun mod, though. That would be very silly, and I would like it. Killing is optional. Haha, not for me. Listen, I do be one of those people. There is murders. Sick. That's perfect. Okay, well now I'm even more motivated to play those kinds of games. Because Graveyard Keeper is by the Stardew Valley people, so I assume it's like the same like format stuff. So I'll be murdering people in there probably. His statement was blunt and matter-of-fact. He knew exactly how the Knight Marshal in oh, I already read that. Whoopsies. A non-human entity who must be closely monitored and little interaction given. Oh, Knight Marshal says don't talk to cat boys. They'll turn the frickin' frogs gay. Oh god, his son's talking to him. He's turning him fruity. His role as High Alchemist granted to him solely by demand of the Queen. Oh yeah, apparently he was homies with the Queen. Wish that were me. Wesley nodded apologetically. Sorry about my father. Treated with either fear, disgust, or, possibly the worst of all, something exotic to possess. Those frogs did have it coming. Well, as you can see, you have nothing to fear in that regard. Me, however, he glanced towards the outer doors that would lead them through the main hall, throne room, and into the ballroom tonight's opening ceremony was being held in, his frown deepening the longer he looked. this general part, because like I said, I'm actually unaware of most of what happens in this game except for the key points. But I did see somebody streaming this part. I caught it just around this area, and we get to meet our beautiful love interest very soon. Skylar snapped out of his daze. Sir Wesley, might I escort you to the ball on behalf of Her Highness? Seems Siddell's youngest is quite sweet after all. Oh, little guy. I love him. Meow meow in physicality, meow meow in energy. You aren't worried about being gobbled up by the hungry nobles? No, sir. My older brother is the only one of interest to them. I think I will be quite safe. Oh, poor little guy. He says very politely, no one gives a shit about me, sir. It would be my honor, Lord High Alchemist, sir. The young knight looked up at him with a mix of innocent sincerity, slight worry of rejection, and pure hope in his eyes. He wasn't the tallest himself, and this young man was even shorter than he was. Little guy. I know I keep saying it, but the description fits. Perhaps there's hope for Olivia's guards yet. You can simply call me Lord Skylar. Lord High Alchemist is far too long and pretentious. The young man nodded in acknowledgement and agreement. Very well, Sir Wesley. It would be my honor. Whoop, there he goes. Bye! The knight bowed deeply before turning on his heel and marching towards the door. His enthusiasm was almost blinding. He is so excited to go see the princess. Me too. The muffled sound of a large crowd reached Skylar from behind the intricate wooden doors of the middle ballroom. I swear to God, something is wrong with me today. Here the celebrations would begin, and nothing bad would happen ever. At all. The aristocrats would arrive to enjoy some light refreshments alongside their noble companions before being welcomed by the king and other members of the court. Also, like I said, if I'm talking too loud or quiet or too fast, let me know. I'm still getting used to stuff, and I want to make sure that I'm not, like, fucking it. Mixing and mingling was like a game of chess to them all, every piece carefully planned out to maximize influence while maintaining political alliances. Oh, politics. Politics in the fantasy catboy world. The celebration would last 1 week, ending on the night of the silver moon, where the moonseer would conduct a ritual to imbue the Moonflower with energy from the rare moon. That's the title of the game! It was almost Lunaflora, which means moonflower, but we went with Moonflower, I guess, which I actually do like Moonflower better. It flows a little better. Gundam Wing Catboy Edition. Yeah. The humans knew little about the why of these rituals, why each piece of this carefully crafted ceremony had to be just so. They simply learnt enough to keep themselves in power. A power that was waning more and more each day. If the power... one of these, I swear to God. I speak English as my first language, I do promise I do. If the ritual failed, their very way of life, and maybe their lives themselves, would be over. That's a lot of pressure to put on a plant, buddy. Whoa, there he is. Little guy. Also, it's hard to see because the sprites are a little small, but he does have lots of freckles. I wonder if I should have made them darker or something. I think he is so cute, though. Little guy. No, but there are many things in life we must do before we're ready. Me getting up in the morning. Fuck. Skylar fiddled with the collar of his vest, adjusting and readjusting, knowing full well none of his actions made any difference. He is cute. He's just a soft little guy. Precious little angel. Yeah, English and bad English. Sometimes it's English. Like 80% of the time it's bad English. Also, new music. This is nice. There's CG that happens in here too. I like this background a lot. I think that this like darker teal with the white and red looks very nice. It was a good color choice for the artist that did that. Oh. Okay, is that better? The mic was a little bit far away too because I was we'll do it like that. Okay, is that better? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was a little focused on nerd things like art and colors. I totally didn't even notice. I was just jamming out. Okay. A soft rumble came as the ballroom doors were opened, revealing a scene filled with glittering lights, laughter, music, and conversation. Yeah, I know. I like they got like the bounce light from the candles, and it looks very pretty. It makes it look very glowy in here. I do find it curious, Sir Wesley. The young man glanced at him confused, maintaining a vigilant guard over his assumed charge. This is the rear door to this particular ballroom. Yes, sir. I thought maybe you would prefer to enter more discreetly than the main entrance. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for your forethought. Princess Olivia has a fine messenger at her disposal. I shall be sure to compliment your performance. Whoa, he's getting a 5-star review on Yelp, boys. Let's go. Proud of him. Get it, Wesley? After I have once more expressed my disapproval of being forced to attend such an event, of course. Oh, Princess, how could you do this to him? He is suffering. The knight smiled, unable to hide his blush at the thought of being complimented to the princess. Oh, he is excited. Of course, it is my honor to escort you, my lord. Should you need anything else, you have but to ask. There he goes. Faded into the oblivion. Bye, little guy. Yeah, get it, Wesley. Proud of him. Everyone give Wesley a round of applause. Another deep bow and the knight was gone, consumed by the growing crowd filling the room. Bye. I love you, little guy. Surprisingly sweet, all things considered, Skylar made his way to a presently unoccupied corner of the large room. That's how I deal with crowds also. Time to go into the corner. His eyes drifting over the growing crowd. One thing about parties hosted by nobles he could always get enjoyment out of was the fashion. Oh, Skylar's a fashionista. I think it would be fun to do some doodles of him in like other outfits, because the person that I did see streaming it, they were like, oh, are they gonna get ball outfits? And I was like, holy crap, that's a really smart idea. So even if it's not like added to the game, I think that it would be fun to do a couple of little doodles of that. Because I think that Skylar in extra bougie clothes and then Princess in a pretty ball dress would be very fun. Trying on different outfits for the ball montage. Yeah, the makeover montage. Skylar takes off his hat. Not his cat. Holy crap, don't decat him, please. Yeah, okay, maybe I will do a couple of doodles then. And I will show them to to the studio and make sure it's okay I post them. Because I'm sure that on most of these kinds of things it's okay to post, but I want to be sure. There were simple dresses, plain colors and modest styles, all the way up to dramatic gowns and experimental uses of items attached to bonnets. Feathers and tools, layers of sparkling stones, glimmering fabrics. It seemed every person present was dressed with intent. I do love fancy ball clothes, and adding way too many details because I like Final Fantasy, so I am getting more and more motivated to think about those. Yeah, I always prefer to be safe. Gentlemen wore their finest suits and top hats, many sporting intricately designed monocles and expensive pocket watches. How many belts will I put on this Final Fantasy character? Dude, listen. That is one of the things that I got from Final Fantasy in my art and design stuff, is I do put lots of belts on characters I design. Zippers less so. I put lots of belts, but I don't usually put a lot of zippers. I put lots of bows instead of zippers. Each couple appeared to be attempting to outdress all others attending, to the point where he wondered if there was some kind of prize for the most inventive outfit. It was a festival, after all. Perhaps it was an actual planned activity. As the venue filled, so too did Skylar's tolerance for the noise and crowd dissipate. He had his fill of his people watching. Tired already. Let him out, please. Cat wants to go outside. Open the door. The grandeur may have been a fine sight to behold for many, but not for him. It was easy for him to understand why people would want to celebrate during the Moon Fair. It was a festival specifically designed for celebration, and a rare one at that. Where's our boyfriend? He's supposed to show up in here. Yeah, Catboy needs walkies. Let him out. Open a door. He's an outside cat. Not a single other person in this room was likely to have been alive at the last one. Even the royal family, whose connection to the Moonflower granted them extended lifespans, had all perished since the last celebration. Ooh, lore. The only soul to have seen the previous festival was himself. Whoa! That means Catboy's like 100 years old? Haha, listen. Grandpa Catboys. I've got a love for Grandpa Catboys. People enthusiastically gathered to see the magic of their kingdom replenished, to participate in history itself. Still, it didn't make the idea any less repulsive for the felonists. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but... Skylar could feel the anxiety and disdain rising within him. He understood the excitement. He had felt it once himself. A mere child at the time, he had been in attendance at the last Moon Fair. He had witnessed the week-long fanfare, the rituals, and the merrymaking. Through all of the glamour and breathtaking fascination, the picture of his mother's smiling face, the woman he adored most in the world. Oh, cat woman. Cat mom. Purple cat mom. Why are all the moms gone? Where'd the MILFs at? Come on. A sparkling smile comparable to the crystal chandeliers was always on her face. A smile he had not seen in nearly 90 years, a fact that had followed him every day since, but one that he hadn't had to experience so viscerally in years, a fact which only compounded his worry for the princess. Snapping his eyes to the doorway, Skylar began to search for the lovely Princess Olivia. Had she not coerced him to come, he would have simply left his alchemic contribution with the royal advisor and been done with it all. There's so many words, my brain's getting a little tired. Oopsies. I haven't played a dating sim in a long time, so... Because I used to play them obsessively, but now I've just been playing Final Fantasy XIV and Animal Crossing. But yeah, I haven't had to read in a long time. Now, where could this troublesome princess be? As much as the Felinus complained about being convinced to attend, most of his bluster was merely for show. He would have been in attendance either way, just much less obviously. With his grand plan to protect his princess laid to ruin, he couldn't help but smile to himself as he scanned the crowd. If she did not have her unwavering sense of adventure and independence, he would have been sorely disappointed. An Animal Crossing stream? Yeah, I would do that now, but I only have a Switch Lite, so I have to get a bougie Switch, which I'm planning on anyways. But I don't have a lot in my Animal Crossing island, because I'm not very good at decorating, but I can show you guys some things. I do want to do Animal Crossing stream. Both their mothers were much the same, passionate, powerful women. I am a fan of passionate, powerful women who possessed the strength and willpower to break through any barrier presented before them. His own was a driving force, a zeppelin with no brakes, and Queen Vera was similarly a fierce and headstrong individual. Neither had been seen in quite some time. Unlike his mother, however, Queen Vera's fate was much more in the dark. Oh? He could only pray that she was safe. Ah? Mom's not unalived, she is missing? ? How she would have loved this festival, to see her little girl fulfill such a momentous role with such unshakable determination. After what felt like an eternity, even to him, his eyes finally landed on the woman he was searching for. A figure of absolute confidence, Olivia descended the main staircase, the crowd parting to watch her in awe. Oh, there she is. Hey, little mama, how's it going? Hey, princess, do you need help going down the stairs? I can hold your hand. An adoration that would ruin anyone else. Several nobles gingerly stepped into her path, all wanting to be the first to greet her. Each one she politely thanked and excused herself from. She was looking for her escort and could not keep him waiting a moment longer. Olivia, hey. Skylar shook his head, an exasperated expression settling over his features. She just has to stir the nobles, doesn't she? You gotta make sure that these parties are interesting, okay? Gotta shake it up a little bit. Sorry, I was doing a little adjustments. She is so pretty. I love women. And I think that she turned out very good. I'm definitely going to have to draw her in, like, pretty ball outfit now that I am thinking about it. It is on the brain. I love designing pretty dresses. And she deserves one. Luckily for him, or perhaps unluckily, he could never quite decide. His keen sense allowed him to hear each and every word. Shifting from his spot of mild safety, he caught the eyes of the princess across the room, her face lighting up in recognition. Whoa. Pushing aside the shocked nobles, the princess made a beeline for her favorite official. Move, motherfuckers, it's catboy time. Why, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Whoa, catboy time. Have you now? You seemed quite happy conversing with whoever that was in the bird's nest. Olivia made a great effort not to break into giggles at his fashion critique. Oh, he was talking about their outfit. Throwing outfit shade. Fashionista Skylar has got some words on the fashion here. It's quite awful, isn't it? Ooh. They sit in the corner and throw shade at everyone's outfits. Indeed, but what would a festival be without questionable style choices? Shall we make our rounds? The princess linked her arm around Skylar's, her hand lightly brushing against the pristine ivory of his exposed limb. Her fascination with that arm is nothing if not baffling. She does not even realize her actions. Do we have to? We do. Skylar groaned as he scanned the area. It's okay, sir. There's pretty elfmen in there. Come, it will be over before you know it. Doubtful. He muttered this under his breath, but the slight tilt of her lips told him she heard him quite well. It's time to go on the hunt for elf boys. Let's go. We're gonna shred people's fashion and also go, ooh, pretty. The pair venture out into the crowd, Olivia maneuvering with an effortless step, her experience and charm leading the way. Dozens of noble family, servants, and prolific members of the town flock to the opening ceremonies, each hoping for a private audience with the royal family. You ain't gonna get it. I have kidnapped her. 1, 2, 3. Hour after hour passed. Oh my god, 3 hours. As Olivia and Skylar floated between attendees, exchanging small talk and pleasantries, each encounter more exhausting than the last. Poor cat boy. He didn't want to go in the first place, and now he's been here for 3 hours talking to people. I would simply perish. Most elected to ignore Skylar, their focus on the charismatic princess instead, something he was more than happy to allow. Others made attempts at polite small talk, exchanging a few words with the High Alchemist before running out of topics to fake interest in. Nightmare scenario. Yeah, dude, literally, for real. Imagine going to a party that you didn't want to go to because you wanted to hang out with one of your friends, and then you have to sit there for 3 hours nonstop talking to people? Skylar is a real homie for real. The town mayor, with him an unknown elven scholar. What? Who's that? Whoa, sounds interesting and cool and sexy. And the family of one of the ministers. Don't care about them. We're busy. No. Mayor Rutherford was one of the few aristocrats who Skylar actually liked. He was a humble man, a merchant, and a farmer by trade. Okay, he sounds nice, never mind. His family had a long history of friendly relations with the Fae nations, making it a secret mission of theirs to care for the land in ways that benefited the town and the Fae, who lived secretly among the fields and forests. Delightful start to the celebrations, Your Highness. You even managed to get this grouch to attend. Oh, everyone is calling him a grumpy cat guy. Please leave him alone. He's just a cat. The gruff town leader chuckled, a gentle elbow digging into Skylar's side. Yes, gloat all you want. I would like to see you attempt to say no to royalty. Ha, only you would try and resist the princess, my friend. And he did try, let me assure you. He did. He was exploding things, content in his room. And then he was frickin' kidnapped. I shall go and greet the minister before it's time for our final stop. I'll leave you two to chat. I'm sure you have much to discuss. Skylar nodded in agreement. A small mercy to avoid that. Ooh, yeah, don't want to talk to that guy. Pretty sure that he's also not nice. The mayor and Skylar both bowed to the young royal as she separated from the group to attend to her other greeting. Say, Skylar glanced at the man. Who is this young chap anyway? Who? Oh, handsome elven scholar, wow. Sounds like I might need to kiss him. Wow. Skylar followed the mayor's eyesight to the elven scholar that was standing with their group. His eyes went around the ballroom to take in the sights and made no move to react to the mayor's question. He doesn't know? Wow, there he is. Okay, so Mr. Locat's in the way, but he's gonna move over in a second, so I'm probably gonna leave that for now. I'm afraid I do not know. I was assuming he was connected to you. Me? Why would I have such a connection? I've never met the man in my life. Maybe because you've been standing together chatting. The two men stared at each other in disbelief before shaking their heads and turning their attention to the young stranger. Whoa, there he is! I love him a lot, actually, though. I will say that art-wise, his is one of the favorites of mine. I just really like how a lot of it turned out, and he's very pretty. Not to be biased, but I love pretty elf men. I have a lot of practice from Final Fantasy. Short raven hair, a deep blue overcoat balanced over his shoulders, jade earrings dangling from his pointed elven ears. There he is. That's my girlfriend. His eyes were a hypnotic dual color, the kind of color that appeared to shift in hue as he gazed around the room in wonder. Sometimes an azure blue, sometimes a vibrant purple. It was like watching a petal on the wind, swaying and flipping in the breeze. I know, I'm glad that you guys like him. He's so pretty. That is one of the main design notes, is they were like, he needs to be very pretty and elegant and also tall. So you'll see he's the tallest out of all of them. The villainess found himself entranced by the way they shifted. He had never seen eyes of such a fascinating color before. Time to gaze into his eyes. Sorry, I got invited to Miss Disco's Discord real quick. I had to join. Yeah, no, already on it, home slice. Because I will not remember later, because I have a goldfish brain. Well, 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 has someone caught the eyes of the elusive Lord Nika Skylar? Time to kiss elf boys. The alchemist snapped his focus away from the elven stranger, a look of near horror on his face. I was not staring at the pretty man. Okay. I was merely... Skylar could feel his stomach sink as he felt the chubby hands close themselves firmly around his tail, an excited shriek piercing his sensitive ears. No, moon above, please, not her. Anyone but her. Oh, she's here. Mr. Skylar, my darling kitty. Oh, that's me. Me when I see Nyx. Lady Ogren. Skylar wanted nothing more than for the floor to open and swallow him whole. Anything but being forced to endure that woman whose hands would only tighten if he made an attempt to move or escape her grasp in any way. Rutherford quickly bowed and excused himself, mumbling something about forgetting to snuff the fire crystal on the stove. Oh, left the stove on. Bye, 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 bye. What? Little guy! Oh, look at him. These little chibis were done by a different artist, and I saw, like, pictures of them, but I don't think they were finished when I saw them, but they turned out really cute. You absolute coward, come back here. Lady Ogren, please restrain yourself. The woman rubbed her face against the distressed villainess's disheveled tail. Princess, oh, someone please save him. Please, he's just a little guy. He was completely and absolutely stuck. Experience told him Lady Ogren would not let go on her own, and he could not simply shout for the princess to help him. Oh, my lady, your hat is simply wonderful. Where did you get it? Whoa, handsome elf man. Come to the rescue. Hey, baby. Well, a simple distraction. It was enough for Skylar to remove his tail from the greedy hands of the noblewoman and retreat to an unoccupied corner of the ballroom. Run, little catman, run! A timely intervention. I must make an effort to thank him later. A kiss, perhaps? The elven stranger had not said a word the entirety of the time they had been in each other's presence. He couldn't help but wonder why he had chosen that moment to finally speak up. He is helping. Skylar let out a heavy sigh as he leaned against a nearby wall, an exhaustion overcoming him that was unique to the slow release of a tense anxiety that gripped his entire being. Me, too. I Fucking get it, little buddy. Also, man, like, being at a party and knowing that someone's gonna be there and trying to avoid them, but they still find you and they're like, oh my god, hi! And you're like, oh, hi. I fucking get that. That shit sucks. Yeah, right? It sucks. So unfortunate. With any luck, Lady Ogren had been truly distracted and he could enjoy a moment of safety from the crowd. Run, little guy. The favor you owe me will be a great one. I was promised no tail touches. Yeah, no fucking touchy. My sincerest apologies, good sir. Whoa, hey, baby. Handsome elf man jump scare. Hi. How's it going? Ripped from his rest, the voice of a man reached him. It's him. Then where's... the woman. The stranger smiled at his surprise. You are quite safe, I assure you. A young knight came to check on the disturbance and reported the situation to Her Highness the Princess. Oh, Wesley and handsome elf stranger. I'm glad that Skylar's got some homies that are helping him escape from the scary tail grabber. That is the worst kind of unwelcome people. People that you're trying to avoid and then they say hi and they're like grabby. That shit sucks. Wesley the man for real. Honestly, MVP. I expect her reaction will be quick and she will join you once more shortly. Oh, he's getting closer. Hi. Hey, how's it going? The man stepped closer, concern filling his colored gaze. But putting that aside, are you alright? Oh, I am considerably better now, good sir. Hey. But that's not an answer one can freely give. I literally had a conversation about that recently. About, like, if someone asks you how you're doing, and you're, like, not doing good, there's no polite way to say, like, bad. I'm doing bad. I am significantly better the further away from that woman I am. Grabby woman. Forgive my candidness, that was rude. Your intervention was most timely. You have my sincere thanks. Not to shit talk people right in front of you, stranger, but my god, that lady sucks. Oh, he bounced. The villainous bowed deeply to his elven protector, who merely smiled and shook his head. Yeah, look. He's at, like, nose height. Because his head's probably at, like, right there. Yeah, so he's at, like, nose height. Tall man. Tall man. Nika Skylar. Hi, Alchemist of Ashmire. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, you bouncing too? The taller male bowed in return, but did not offer a name. Wow. How mysterious. Handsome and mysterious and pretty and hi. Have you attended the Moonflower before? To anyone else this question would be preposterous, but an elven life was just as lengthy as a villainous, both fae of different shapes. Dude, right? That is good kissing height, because look at that. His forehead's at the perfect height for forehead kisses, right at the mouth. We can get him a little stool or something if he needs a kiss. Are you weh? It's just wonderful, from the fascinating fashion to the way these people interact with each other, and the decorations. Oh, he is so excited to be at the party. I've never seen such a display of beauty. The food and drink is plentiful and words are traded as freely as water traveling down a stream. He loves parties, I guess. 1,000 questions rushed through Skylar's mind at the sight of this man's eyes glistening as he watched the ballroom in amazement. Skylar's thinking the exact opposite. He's like, listen, buddy. Pretty though it may be, this shit sucks. It certainly is a spectacle, though it has made me wonder, what's it all for? What? What? You do not know of the Moonflower title of the game, sir? Handsome, beautiful sir? Skylar stared at the man, dumbfounded. He was truly and utterly lost for words. What's it for? Yes, I have gleaned this is the first of 7 nights of the celebration. I'm yet to fully grasp what purpose it serves, however. There is no purpose. They just like to party hard for 7 days, actually. The stranger tilted his head in confusion, looking to Skylar for his answers before once again returning to his people-watching. What a fascinating man. Fascinating, handsome, beautiful, fluffy man. Skylar had never met someone who captured his interest so organically. Realistically, he had merely existed in front of him. He had not done or said anything particularly interesting, and yet Skylar found he struggled to look away from him. Well, it's because he's pretty. I never really use blues when I'm drawing. I don't know why, I just tend to, not gravitate towards cool colors. I use a lot of green, because I draw my green cat girl a lot. But all the blue and green was a new experience for me, generally. Not exactly new, but an uncommon experience for me. And I had a lot of fun, because I do like these particular blues, like the navy blues and stuff. Yeah, I should use them more. Blue is a good color. Yeah, I am red and Lux is blue. Oh my god, and Disco's purple. She's in the middle. We've got the whole little array of colors. Perhaps it boiled down to the connection between Fae. All had some latent connection to each other through the natural magics they shared. This felt different, though. He felt he had met this person before. Oh, look at his thighs. That is apparently, I got a note from the studio people when we were talking about it, and they were like, yeah, we did get a lot of comments on people being like, oh, the thighs in here are very nice, and I was like, awesome, I'm glad that people are enjoying my self-indulgence. I like thighs. Should we ask his name or ask him to dance? Because I kind of want to ask him to dance. I think we should dance and kiss. Thick thighs do save lives. Listen, as you see here on Miss Tomocat, the thighs be thick. I think I'm going to ask him to dance. I want to dance with him. Also, I do think it is funny that, because this is a fancy outfit, but he did go to the ball in this outfit, in his work uniform. Skylar shifted his position nervously. Oh, so nervous. Oh, hello, handsome sir, please dance with me. I can't help but notice you seem interested in the dancing. The man glanced back at him, his eyes alight. Very much so. They move with such rhythm, and each knows exactly what the other is doing. That's the opposite of me, in case you guys don't know. I am horrendous at dancing. Very, very bad at it. I have no rhythm in my feet. It's like that Phineas and Ferb song. Ain't got rhythm. They move like they're the only important thing in the world. Would you like to give it a try? What am I thinking? Woman. Nika, your princess has arrived, it seems. The elf bowed deeply to the pair, and in the time it took for them to register the action, he had disappeared like morning mist on the wind. No! Bring him back, my girlfriend left. He left, unfortunately. Whoa, she's zooming. Oh, I know that you are good at dancing, Miss Disco. I've seen it. It's good shit. The fucking skill. The finesse. Who was that? I do not recall ever seeing him before, not at any royal functions or even around the city. Such a mysterious, handsome elf man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sure there's many people Her Royal Highness has never met nor seen. I do not know, however. He made a very clear point to not offer his name to me. I'm bummed we didn't even get to dance with him. We better get to later. He wouldn't tell you? No. Found himself both flustered and vexed by the encounter. Who exactly was he? Mysterious. So preoccupied with the mysterious stranger, the villainess failed to see the wicked smirk pass over the princess's face, a gentle hand tapping him on the forehead. What are you doing? Me? No, the garden gnome over there. Of course you. Oh, the sass in this cat. With a sweep of his arm, he removed the intruding hand, folding his arms over his chest in protest, an accusatory eyebrow raised. I've never seen you so distracted. I thought perhaps you'd fallen ill. Lovesick, perhaps. Come back, handsome elfman, please. Say what you mean, princess. Olivia crept closer to him, a mixture of both excitement and slight worry on her face. I mean exactly that, Nika. I've never seen you so distracted by someone before. Well, we've never gazed at someone so incredibly beautiful. Pretty elf man. For those of you that don't know, I have a weakness for pretty elf men. They are my favorite. I want to kiss all of them, which is why this game is good. Because I can kiss him, I think. Something happened with that man. Oh, only in my dreams, baby girl. Nothing happened whatsoever. Olivia's face changed again, and this time he could not fail to see her wicked grin even if he had wanted to. Did you want her to? Yes. That's what I've been saying. I said, please let me kiss you, handsome elf man. She raised her eyebrows suggestively, her entire demeanor ready to receive the ultimate gossip. I do love that they keep insinuating that a lot of their friendship is them gossiping. Did I? The princess giggled, her eyes twinkling with amusement and mischief. She leaned forward just an inch, slowly, like a cat teasing a mouse. You deny nothing. Never mind of any of that. Skylar waved his hand dismissively, his heart hammering away in his chest at the prospect of being caught. Being caught? Nothing even happened. Unfortunately, they didn't even let us dance with them. I think that he should come back and let me smooch him. Please. Please and thank you. I've been handled and leered at quite enough tonight. Are we done? That's true. He's been fluffed. Her playful grin gave way to one of remorse. Please forgive me. I did not expect such an extreme reaction from Lady Ogren. She's a grabby woman. Silly cat indeed. I love him. I do enjoy the personality they have given him. Sassy, fluffy, a beautiful little cat man. Even Minister Siebert was disgusted by the report. I wish my last name was Siebert. That's sick. I'm sure he found it very entertaining. He believed it? I don't think he wanted to, but the knight who delivered the report seemed to have good standing, so he accepted it with ease. Knight Marshal Siddell's youngest son, Wesley, I believe, if what our mysterious stranger said is to be believed. That's him, Wesley, our son. Lord Siddell? She gasped as the name registered in her mind. He seems like a fine lad, around your age, I would wager. I was unaware he had another son until I met him earlier when you sent him to collect me. I sent the Knight Marshal's son on a collection errand? Oops. Oopsies. Indeed you did, princess. I like Wesley, and I hope that he does get more content Just a little guy. I assure you he was most amiable to provide assistance to you. Quite a pleasant young man, actually. Good little guy. Olivia walked... Oh, she's bouncing. Oh, she's bouncing. Olivia walked in several circles around her elder companion, her face wrinkled in thought. What troubles you, princess? Ah, never mind. How about I grant you another favor? Oh my god. Another favor for my slip-up. A total of 2. So she's been thinking of how to make up for her failed promise. Vera, your child is as troublesome as ever. Oh, MILF, how we miss you. I have never met you, and yet I miss you. I'll settle for a dance instead. I certainly can't have you owing me twice. That's far too much power for a single person. My brain goes faster than my mouth, which is a big problem, especially with these kinds of games that have a lot of words. I read too fast and talk too slow. Olivia paused as if to ponder the offer for a moment. A dance will suffice. Skylar scoffed in response to her tone. It will suffice. He's so cute. I love Catboy. I love his little smiling face. I think it turned out very cute. Put a lot of love into that little guy. The girl in front of him let out a short giggle, light and airy. You know, it is truly an honor to be accompanied by you, on or off the dance floor. Yes, it truly is. Skylar tipped his hat downward. My princess. And offered his hand to the princess. We have one more person to check in with. Then we can dance to our heart's content. ... Don't give me that look. I cannot have my tail grabbed any more today, my lady, for fear it would come straight off. This person would never be so callous. So you say. I do, yes. We are to meet the most important and certainly most noble man we both have the pleasure of knowing. Oh, yeah, her dad. Skylar sighed. He already knew exactly who Olivia was alluding to. The king. Oh. Yes, father wanted to speak to us both before the ceremonies begin. I have to talk to more men. Fuck. Cranky old men, they're everywhere. Must he? I mean no disrespect, of course, however, I'd hate to waste his time. My potions are of no concern to him and quite simply understood. As the only one among us who has actually attended a moon fair before, and one of his esteemed subjects, I'm sure there's much he wishes to speak with you about. Oh, unfortunate. Olivia held her hand out and beckoned for the feminist to join her. Come along, Skylar. Now should be a good time for him to steal away. Kidnap the king. The pair maneuvered through the crowd, Olivia stopping every so often to curtsy to people who called out her name. I love the way that they did, like, the bowing and curtsying in this game where their models just do a little bounce. It's very cute. As expected, the king wasn't hard to spot, and Skylar's gaze locked onto him after only a moment. Some of these I might not read all the way out loud, just because I don't want the stream to last too long, and there is a specific event that I am planning on ending after. Sorry, excuse me. Grandma's gotta pat her chest for the stomach acid. Bouncing very ladylike. Yeah, it's cute. She does a little boing. King Aemon Dunn, husband to Queen Vera Leth and father to Princess Olivia Leth. Oh, I didn't know that she had a last name. The more you know. The reasons for differing surnames was no mystery. The royal line belonged and stayed with the female bloodline. Fuck yeah, let's go. Women. Queen Vera refused to relinquish the name of her ancestor. King Aemon was the type of noble who was raised to be king, who was presented as one of the approved suitors for the then Princess Vera to choose from. The court was keen to once more have a king in place for the future, or at the very least, someone far easier to control than the fiery Lord Vera. Well, that's just foolish. Women are strong and iconic and very sexy. He relished in the attention, but did little in terms of policy and governance. Most of that fell to his elite ministers. Ah, so he is a fool. That is what I remember seeing in the notes thing, is he was like a fucking dingus. Olivia waved her hand in the air, then quickly pulled it back to her side once she realized her actions. Very ladylike. She cleared her throat, fixing a coy smile on her face. The noise drew the king's attention. A look of annoyance at being interrupted so brusquely veered clear on his face, a look which turned to joy as he laid eyes on his precious daughter. Me when I see the princess. Suddenly, all the annoyance is gone. Hello, woman. The monarch muttered a few words to his current company, 2 elder males, before both nodded and backed away from the esteemed man. So, since they were already posting some stuff, I'm sure I can talk about it, but one of the next patch, maybe not the next patch, but one of the next patches that they're planning on adding is, actually a model for the king, because, they were like, oh, he actually is kind of an important character. So, we got one for him in the works. I am working on it. Finishing a lot of it tomorrow, actually. And then we got another character that is also being added. I am not as used to drawing scruffy men, because he's not scruffy, obviously, but he is a man with facial hair and is a little more broad, which is different from soft feminine cat boys that I'm used to. Father, please. The girl giggled as her father lowered her once more. Olivia, my gorgeous love, where is your gown? Ah, I was wondering the same thing. Where's her princess outfit? Come on. Olivia shook her head. Tonight is a mere introduction to the festivities. I wanted to save it for the main event. Save it? My dear, wear a new one each night. This is our moment to shine to the whole world. I think that she should wear lots of dresses. Lots of different ones. Skylar stood as far back from the pair as he dared without seeming rude. Ooh, me. For all his flaws, he is a doting father, if overly so. Finally, the king turned his attention to the villainess. Hello, Catboy. Hi, Alchemist. I was not made aware of your attendance tonight. I was under the distinct impression you had elected not to participate. That was the plan, homie, but then a beautiful, very kind princess said, "Pretty please," and batted her eyelashes, and we had to say yes. Olivia made to answer, but the king affectionately petted her hand to silence her. He wanted his answer directly from the man he had questioned. He knows exactly what has happened. I can almost guarantee he forbade Olivia from extending the invitation, and she did so anyway. That was indeed my original plan, your most esteemed, racist, probably, majesty. Oh, he's bouncing. Skylar bowed deeply, a formal and posture-perfect action, allowing the king to grunt in acknowledgement before rising once more. Olivia beside him wore a slight frown at the two men. Oh, she is angry. She says, what the fuck? Stinky, stinky father. Your indomitable heir, however, had a different plan. Pray forgive the lack of update to the guest list. Princess Olivia is quite impossible to decline. I could never say no to her. Not in a million years. Anything you need, princess. While annoyed at being talked into attending this garish event, he was simultaneously exceedingly proud of the competent young ruler Olivia was growing into. Indomitable was very much the correct word to describe her. She always managed to get others to see her point of view, to try whatever it was she suggested. Anything for her. Anything for you, Beyoncé. Most were more than happy to follow her, but some others rejected the idea of such a strength of character. No. We love strong, independent women. She can boss me around all day, and I would be like, thanks, queen. The servants adored her kindness and lamented her free spirit. Oh. Yes, she is quite formidable indeed. I'm glad to agree. The king snapped his attention back to his daughter. But don't think that being Moonseer means you aren't my precious baby anymore. Oof. Back off a little bit, father, sir. Reached out and kneaded Olivia's cheeks. The woman scrambled to escape his tight grasp. Father, please, you are embarrassing me. She is a strong, independent adult woman, sure. It was always funny to Skylar how Eamon made a show of age, even tried his hardest to appear more worldly and cultured than the alchemist, more regal, more knowledgeable, more grown up, in the same breath refusing to allow Olivia the same chance to grow and mature. Oh, homie, that is the worst. Even if someone is baby, and you know them as baby, if they growing up, you gotta treat them that way. It's so frustrating when people treat you like baby. Or at least for me specifically, it does drive me insane when people talk to me like I am still 12. And I'm like, I love you, but I will bite you. That's okay, listen, every time she pops up, I am still appreciating her. So, every time she pops up, you are free to not ogle, because that's the disrespectful way. Gaze respectfully. I am looking respectfully at her face and not her boobs. I'm glad that you have taken the time to come and speak to me, Olivia. I take it the festivities are to your liking. No. Having an actively bad time. Whoop! I did not know that. I accidentally touched the little scroll thing on my mouse and it did a little jump. Okay, there we go. Everything is simply wonderful. You've done an incredible job, Father. As if you did anything? I've never seen the palace or town so lively or so heavily decorated. The girl giggled with wonder as she spun in a circle to look at the decorations. The Moonfair symbolizes a refresh to our society so we can continue to live the magical lives that we are entitled to. Alright. Entitled? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Alright, buddy. As my daughter has chosen you as her guard for this evening, I trust you will keep my daughter safe. Yeah, we're homies, bro. Back the fuck up. Step the fuck up, Kyle. The emphasis on his words was direct. Skylar was granted permission for this night only. Not that he wanted to spend any more of his time here, for that was certain. Father, you're acting as if something can go seriously wrong. Oh, yeah. Nothing at all could ever happen bad in a ballroom. Ballrooms are known as very safe and chill places in all fantasy games ever. We both know the rites are harmless. I'm sure they are. Not harmless, everything could go wrong. See, Skylar knows what's up. Many of the requisition draughts are specifically designed to keep not only you, but the Moonflower safe during the proceedings. With good fortune, most will not be needed. My princess, I know you've been full of worry. Being named Moonseer is such a dreadful burden to have been thrust upon you, but I am sure you will make me very proud. Olivia pushed his words away. All will go as planned, just as I've studied it. She has got this, sir. Chill out. She's putting on a brave face, but I can see how nervous she really is for this big responsibility. King Eamon locked eyes with Skylar. Well, there my brain goes again, reading too fast. Moonseer is a dangerous role. See that what happened to the last one does not happen again. Father. Oh. So we've got some lore and tea happening here. He said something about one of their moms was the last Moonseer? Sorry, I was stretching real quick. But yeah, one of their moms was the last Moonseer. I wonder what happened. And I do mean that genuinely, I actually do not know. Respond or ignore? We'll ignore it. We won't deal with this now. Skylar's tail twitched in irritation. Believe your lies, it matters not. Yeah, shut the fuck up. As you say, your majesty, you can never be too careful. Nika. The face of the young princess was etched with worry. She had never seen her friend so expressionless and empty, his response monotone at best. Ooh. We're keeping it inside, boys. We will not start drama at the royal ball. But you know for sure, the princess and I are gonna gossip about this later. Okay, I will hydrate. Everyone else also hydrate. Make sure you're getting that water in. The death of the previous Moonseer, his mother. Okay, it was his mom. So Skylar's mom was the previous Moonseer. And she's dead. Unfortunate. Unalived mother. F in the chat for the MILF. It was a story that changed the lives of his family forever. A story with far-reaching consequences by short-sighted fools. Calm yourself. He baits you. He always baits you. If it pleases His Majesty, I would take my leave and allow you to enjoy the opening ceremony with your beloved daughter. Yeah, I am leaving. Please, let me out. It does. You are dismissed, High Alchemist. I thank you for your service tonight. He bouncing. How about, sir, eat a dick? Skylar smiled and bowed once more to the royals before turning on his heel to leave. We're going. Bye. Meow. The devastated face of the princess burned itself into his mind as the villainous alchemist exited the ballroom with a determination rarely seen from him, stopping only to briefly whisper an instruction to not let her out of sight to the young knight Wesley as he stormed past. Wesley, hi baby. Bye. We're going outside. I hope... Oh no, it's so dark and scary out here. I hope there are no handsome elfmen to hold my hand. The cool night breeze helped calm Skylar's nerves as he leant against a stone pillar of the courtyard. The courtyard was deserted, which suited him perfectly after the stifling atmosphere in the ballroom. He could hear laughter coming from inside, some sort of joke being shared between those enjoying the evening festivities. Yeah. Oh no. I hope there's no sexy elfmen out here. I'm so scared of those. That would be terrible. You absolute fool of a villainess. He would not quickly forgive such a show of defiance. You were already barely tolerated with the queen present, and even less without now. Well, Mr. King can, as I said, eat a dick. Back off. Stinky, cranky old man. Catboy supremacy is in motion here. Skylar closed his eyes and pinched the bridge of his nose. An apprehensive tension claimed Skylar's body as the sound of approaching footsteps reached his keen eyes. I wonder who it is. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. I hope you have a good night. I love you, homie. Thank you for coming by. He took a deep breath, focusing on the sound. Their steps were light and careful, but not exactly stealthy. Not Olivia. Good. But who then? Oh, who indeed? Emerging from the stone doors was a tall, raven-haired elf. Whoa, not at all who Skylar had expected to appear. You? Aha, hey, how's it going? Hello, random handsome stranger. In the ballroom, he had already captured Skylar's attention. Out here steeped in moonlight, the stranger was almost ethereal. Moonlight suited most people, but he almost glowed. Beautiful, gorgeous, handsome man. Hi. Hey, baby. The smile turned awkward as the man scratched his cheek and averted his gaze. I saw you leave. You looked quite distressed, so I... Oh, you came to check on me. Oh, how very kind of you. I followed you. I do hope that is not out of line. Oh, never. Skylar shook his head. Your company is quite welcome. Pretty man. Despite being the capital palace of Ashmire, Fae-born are few and far between. Yeah, sexy Fae people gotta stick together, bro. Skylar's eyes drifted back in the direction of the ballroom. A moment of peace settled on his heart as he recognized the song being played within. Oh, this is my jam! Oh, Florier. Bloom. Skylar nodded. A sorrowful smile played on his lips as he listened to the tune floating from the ballroom. One of the only benefits to having superior hearing. I'm sure that having big cat ears is not great when you have to go into a busy, loud ballroom. I would probably go insane. But that's because I get overstimulated by noise really easy. If I'm correct, this particular composition is unique to the festival being held, isn't it? Indeed, although I find myself quite surprised you know of it. You could say this festival is quite the constant in my life. Oh, interesting. He is familiar with it, yet what he said before would lead me to believe he was seeing it for the first time. Curious. You seem quite well versed yourself. Skylar lowered his eyes. The moon fair wasn't his favorite topic, and yet he felt this man genuinely cared for his opinion on it. What's the tea on the fair, bruh? This is not my Moonfire festival. First Moonfire festival. Sorry, it's getting to that point where I'm just fucking sleepy. You would have been quite young during the previous celebrations, would you have not? The man motioned with his hand as if measuring a child. I was, yes. Very curious. It's easy to forget just how much time can pass when time does little to affect you. Even so, you are correct. Compared to some of our brethren, I am still quite young. The stranger smiled knowingly, a smile quickly turning to sadness. You would have known the last Moonseer then. The Felinist stared at the man, analyzing his face. He knew my mother. Oh, you knew Mama Skylar. Looking away, his ears dropped, in exhaustion washing over him. I did indeed. Veronica Skylar, my namesake and my mother. That's his name. I see. I'm gonna turn the music up again a little bit now that it's quiet. Because this music is very pretty. Okay, maybe down a little bit more. We're still learning. We're figuring it out. The song was one of her favorites, you know. Queen Alvia, her patron, had it commissioned many years ago just for her. Hers was a spirit that blazed brighter than the moon. Oh, he's a little closer. Hey there, hi. Welcome to my space, handsome sir. You must miss her. I cannot even imagine. So much that I can't put it into words. Oh, sad. Mama cat. The palace is a constant reminder of her loss, my father's downfall, never more present than now. Veronica Skylar, the first true Moonseer, a Felinist woman who achieved a status unheard of before or since her. By Fae standards, she was a mere child, equivalent to a teenager in human development, but her resolution was strong. She won the favor of the then Princess Olvia, the future monarch who would establish the official Moonfair Festival and the Moonseer Charter some 300 years ago. Damn, Mama was old. A mature woman. Veronica was single-handedly responsible for the revitalization of a dying fable, an action that brought fear, jealousy, and mistrust to her, in equal amounts to the respect and admiration she had earned. Okay, so she was fucking iconic. She on that magic hot girl shit. Her life was cut devastatingly short by an alchemical disaster which destroyed a vast amount of the palace, killing many. Oh god, Mom, no! Cat Mom, including Queen Vera's uncle. Getting lost to memories past does no good for anything. I fear for the princess. Perhaps it's just my own melancholy, but something doesn't feel right this night. I can't help but agree. Oh, foreshadowing. Just kidding. As I said, nothing could ever happen at a fantasy ball. Never. The stranger laughed, hand extended in front of him, beckoning Skylar to take it. It's as if he wishes to dance. Look at his cute little face. He's so cute. I'm taking his hand. I'm sorry if you guys wanted to question him, but I would like to hold his hand. Skylar reached out to accept the offered hand despite himself. This is silly. I did ask him myself earlier this evening. It would be rude not to accept now. Exactly. Oh, look at them. They're dancing. Little guys. A smile so joyous he almost vibrated overtook the handsome elf. A single swift movement swept Skylar into the immediate orbit of the taller man. The stranger placing Skylar's left hand on his shoulder, his own position just behind the villainess's shoulder blade. We finally did it, guys. We got to dance. Interesting, the form of a waltz. Fitting for this music piece, I suppose. I hope I remember how. I would not. I would trip and die and embarrass myself in front of the very pretty elf man. They are so cute. The little art style for the chibis is so cute. The man pulled Skylar close and intertwined their fingers. His hand was cool against Skylar's porcelain limb. Was this difficult to make? It's very beautiful. Transfixed, the stranger gently caressed the hand in his, running his middle finger tenderly down Skylar's wrist. Oh, we're getting a little spicy. Gold veins threaded themselves through otherwise perfectly smooth porcelain, almost glowing under the moonlight. He's caressing our hand, guys. That's... The elf chuckled as he spun the villainess with the quickening tempo of the music. Dancing time. Oh. Mr. Man accidentally used some magic. Sorry, I totally didn't read that out loud. Like a dingus. Step after step, the two swayed, twirled and circled each other. Two strangers dancing outside under the shining stars, a world apart from those inside. Dance, dance, dance. Circling behind Skylar, the stranger playfully swept at his tail. Hey, the villainess spun on his heel to face the offending elf, a sheepish grin on his face. I can't believe he papped our fucking tail. Buddy, we've had a whole night of this already. A peculiar elf wandering into a festival, one who won't even give his name, I will add, has now pulled the tail of the High Alchemist to the crown. Tails swishing happily, the two men circled each other once more, palm to palm. A silent challenge issued between the pair. Sir? So it's my name you want? Well, if you're truly so desperate, my name is... Huh? Bonk. The king's speech, I would wager. It would appear so. Shall we? I would rather not, but I suppose we must. Oh, you guys will have to wait longer for his name. I must confess to being curious what the speech will be. Nothing more than a show of extravagance and far too much pressure placed on a young woman who simply wishes to heal the world of the injustices of the past. Whew, that was a mouthful, but... Yep, unfortunately, you guys must wait. You will never get his name. You are close to the princess. What is she like, truly? I hear she holds the title of Moonseer, but... Skylar gestured to the stone door that would lead them back to the crowd. You have the right of it. Tasked with performing the rites, she has taken the burden of the title, but has never actually seen the Moonflower. A shiver crept on Skylar's spine as his mind raced with the consequences of his troubled suspicions. It's time for nothing to go wrong. At all. Never. Nope. Sorry, homie. You do not get to know his name. The pair quietly re-entered the ballroom, sneaking past several guards who gave them disapproving looks. Skylar was certain he saw his new friend respond by pulling childish faces at them. He chose to ignore the act, though, for his own sanity. Handsome elf man go. The room was filled with people, and these were only the most notable of the dignitaries. The preceding days would only get busier. They weren't even using the main ballroom as of yet. Too many people. I would perish. 1 or 200 people, Jesus Christ, were scattered around the smaller of the ballrooms, dresses sprawling into the free spaces around them, obscuring most of the floor space. Hushed whispers ripped through the crowd. Excitement, impatience, curiosity. All eyes were forward on the king as he prepared to make his welcoming speech. The king cleared his throat, and a loud shriek rang through the ballroom as his projection apparatus engaged. Yikes. Curse that thing. Sometimes the ingenuity of Steam Spire goes too far. I know that it is like a steampunk fantasy thing, which I thought was very cool, so I guess they do have some fun little mechanisms. Oh, his poor ears. Ah, here we are. Good, good. For a moment I'd wondered if this gadget of Steam Spire had failed. Relations are strained already, and yet he has to make jokes at their expense. Most likely user error. Oh, throwing shade again. Whoopsie. The man whispered under his breath, almost silent. Words meant only for the ears of the villainous beside him. We are gossiping in the ballroom. Oops. Skylar struggled not to laugh at his commentary. Welcome to the Jewel of Ashmire, the most regal palace of our shining nation, my home. He sucks. This guy sucks a lot. A peacock, he cannot help but flaunt that which has landed in his lap. Welcome to our most honored and anticipated festival, the Moonflower Festival. I wonder what will happen. This will be the first time any in this room have had the delight of witnessing our esteemed event. I welcome you to be merry and revel in what I have arranged for you. The king made a dramatic display of opening his arms out to the crowd, the jewels on his cloak tingling as they jostled. I didn't draw any jewels on his cloak. I should add those. It's a good thing I'm playing this, and it is reminding me to do a couple of things. Like you personally haven't raised even a finger to arrange any of this. Yeah, for real, buddy. The king made several more declarations about the wondrous and magnificent palace, the beauty of the palace, the talent at the palace this, the palace that. Blah, blah, blah. He's going on. The declaration was met with cheers and applause from the local nobility. Their favorite thing, after all, was to praise themselves. An event that only occurred once every century. Truly almost none in this room had ever seen it, and would never see the spectacle that was the Moon Fair ever again. Those who had seen it felt very differently about the show that was being put on in front of them. They felt resentment, concern, and an inexplicable sadness at the absence of the previous Moon Seer, a feeling that wasn't reflected in the nobility's smiling faces. Shitty king. Stinky, stinky man. For those that had been a part of the previous Moon Fair wanted nothing more than the Moonflower to see the carrot needed, to see it freed from the captivity it existed within. Oh. An event 100 years in the making, yet none here save a select few knew anything about what they were about to experience or why they were to experience it. This was the ultimate social event to most in the room, a party to be spoken about for years to come, a chance to enjoy the festivities and activities, and to consume some of the most exclusive food the kingdom knew. Now that is a reason to go. Once 100 years food? That shit's bougie. Most importantly, the Moon Fair was a chance for the nobility to meet and greet those their circles would never typically cross paths with. The Moonflower was a fable, a story passed around the kingdom to explain the difference in their technology to that of the other kingdoms. Politics. Fun stuff. Very, very fun things. Yikes. Magical items and augmented alchemy, a story that parents could tell their children. Very few legitimately believed that the Moonflower was an actual flower, though it was the topic for much debate that never really led anywhere. Truly believing it was an immortal flower that generated magic was not a believable possibility for the masses. It's a lot of words. Like I said, I haven't had to read so much in a long time because I've mostly been playing zoom around and kill things games. Oopsie. Not that I can blame them for that. The best way to describe the Moonflower was a fairy tale. A delicate princess locked away in a tower to protect her from the world. Ooh. No one save the Moonseer and the ruling monarch was permitted to even see the magical flora, and lately not even the Moonseer was permitted access. Oh, secret flower. Ain't nobody fucking touch it. Do not perceive. He often wondered exactly how the common people viewed the event and what they knew of the flower, of the history of the kingdom. The official history was indeed drastically different to the actual events, particularly when it came to the acquisition of the Moonflower. Oh? Is there some tea here? Did someone steal this flower? Put it back, motherfucker. We have learned from Tangled that you should not steal flowers. What is this festival all about, you ask yourselves? This insurmountable power held by this prestigious kingdom? Oh, this guy is very, very full of himself. Our glorious kingdom is a relatively young one of a mere 1,000 years. Our origins are one of bloodshed, driven from our previous home by war. Our kind and benevolent king sought a new home. Landing on the shores of what would become the glorious Ashmire, our first king was gifted a magnificent land by the stars themselves, a fertile and lush region filled with nothing as far as the eye can see. My lord, this man talks a lot. I know that it was supposed to be a speech, but on the ashes of his former land, he dubbed this new land Ashmire, a reminder of what was lost and a celebration of people rising from the ashes to start anew. Before long, the herbalists in the company of the king discovered an unknown flower, one that glowed bright in the moonlight. This flower would become the crescent for our new nation. Healing magic flower. Okay, so it's a healing flower. Just like Tangled. Whoa! Does that mean that Skylar is a princess? Everything the king said was a lie. Propaganda the kingdom told itself to justify its campaign of blood and fire. Ooh, colonialism. Time to colonize the plants. Let's fucking go, I guess. All efforts to protect this... Flynn? Who's Flynn? What? Was that a typo, Miss T? Oh, that's a good question. I guess it would have to be a handsome elf man, right? Or is it the princess? The princess might be Flynn. She's pretty strong. Yeah, so I guess that Skylar is Rapunzel. And the princess is Flynn. Word of the flower spread, and war once more faced the people of Ashmire. Men not of mortal flesh had come for what was theirs. Oh! The king sighed, clutching at his heart with theatrical despair. Many years it took to once more emerge victorious, but at a devastating cost. As fire ravaged the newborn kingdom, most of the fields containing this beloved flower were destroyed. Oh, fuck. They killed all the magic flowers. Son of a bitch. What remained, the king tasked the royal herbalist and arcanist to harvest and protect. Thus, construction on the crystal garden commenced. The only truth in any of this was the garden being built. Oh. Secrets. Skylar wrinkled his nose, keenly aware that should anyone look in his direction, they would see naught but a snarling cat in response to the impassioned monarch. Beside him, he felt his befriended elf's hands close into fists. It was comforting to me to like Soul. He spent his entire life at the palace pretending to accept their vision, their story. I wonder what actually happened then. I wonder if we will learn the actual lore behind how the flower was stolen, probably. The queen had earned his respect, and her plan for change was one he wanted to support. He wanted to and would have if things had been different. Where is Olivia? Where did she go? There, just a few steps down. Ah, she looks nervous. He wanted to go to her and calm her nerves. It left him unsettled to see her tense face, a face he had known since her birth. Baby, her mother almost gave birth in my laboratory, for goodness sake. Oh! He had sworn to Queen Vera he would protect and guide her. Vera was known to refer to him as Olivia's fairy godmother. That's cute. A title he didn't quite understand, but one she assured was well suited to him. The king waffled on. That's a fun word. I'm gonna start using that phrase now. Holy shit. Me when I talk too much. Sorry, just waffling on. Oh, he does not think the queen is important. Stinky, stinky man. Of course, Queen Olivia died at the ripe age of 200, having seen 2 Moonfire festivals. Moonfair. I keep saying Moonfire. Oh, you know what? That's the festival in 14, the Moonfire Festival. Oopsies. Not to be a nerd, but... a festival she developed to bring the kingdom together between classes and peoples, and the first ruler to welcome Fae kind. Oh. Good woman. I miss her. Never even met her, but miss that woman. On the 7th night of the festival, my precious daughter... Oh no. My candle just died. Oh man. She's been lasting a long time. She was going on like a trooper, but F in the chat for my candle, guys. She's dead. I smelled burning and I got kind of scared. And then I looked over and she was smoking. A strange look passed over the king's face. He seemed unusually excited about something. This will be our greatest of all festivals, with our greatest ever Moonseer. My princess will achieve what no other Moonseer before her ever could. Oh, the Moonflower. It's dark. Spooky, spooky. Thank you. It's okay. I have other candles, but I did like this one. Sorry, Queen. Rest in peace, baby girl. The hair on Skylar's body prickled and rose as the room plunged into darkness. Olivia! Oh god, we gotta find our homie. Terrified shuffling and whimpers met his ear from all directions. The previously transfixed crowd succumbed to panic one by one, which only led to more agitation as they began to bump into each other, scrambling to get away. Ornor, everyone, run away. None of them mattered to Skylar in the slightest, though. He says, "Move, motherfucker. I have got to get my friend." A single objective laid before him. Protect Olivia. Get the princess. A flicker of pale green gently licked his cheek as he reached the foot of the staircase. Do not interfere. Ah, hey, I wonder who this is. Okay, listen. This is one of my favorite characters. A whisper in the darkness, a voice which held no hostility, but a powerful one nonetheless. A fae. Oh. Begone. Olivia? Hello? Where is she? The voice withdrew, seemingly satisfied their objectives were not the same. The felinist leapt over a final guest, his arms finding solid purchase around the princess. As he yanked her backwards off the stairs, the young woman squealed in fear. It's me, baby, don't worry, I got you. The terrified princess clung to him, nails digging into his flesh. I don't know, but you must calm yourself. Oh, where's father? I ain't giving none shits, sir. A slow building crackle came from where the king had stood moments before, and green flame erupted across the room. Wow! It go whoosh, 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 whoosh. Fire time. The faces of the nobles illuminated a sickly green. Their screams echoed through the room as the flames spread, flickering and dancing around the room, alive in a way fire should not be. Who's this? Whoa, Veilfire. A horrified Skylar stared at the figure before them, his grip tight on the struggling princess. The king... What? Whoa, 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 who's this? I do think this is my favorite CG that I drew out of all of them, just because the colors were really fun to use. Also, look at him. He's so cute. He is probably my favorite of the characters that I have designed for this. He's just really cute, and I am biased towards green, and also he's a little spicy. Spicy in the brain. Now, what were you saying, Your Majesty? Surely you were not about to make a grand declaration about the Moonflower in front of your adoring sycophants, were you? You were? My deepest apologies for interrupting you, then. Oh. The man mimicked the stance the king had previously held, arms wide open, reaching out to nothing, a manic smile plastered over his youthful face. He's so cute. Where is father? I'm not gonna lie, ma'am. I don't care. The princess shook in his grasp, her anxiety visibly overwhelming her. Olivia. Another singular scream ripped through the ballroom, reverberating through the very bones of the crowd. Her eyes were fixated on the figure in front of her, gray and textured, a rough stone replica of the king set perfectly in place. Oh shit! His face, his clothes, his pose, and an expression of pure terror were carved into the piece. Oh no! How very terrible. Oh no. How very sad. Oopsie. The green-haired stranger snapped his attention to the princess. Princess. Hey girl. Hi, princess. Me when I see her. He whistled the title, elongating the sound as if it was a new word never before said. Prettiest Princess Olivia. I would not touch that if I were you. You might... He pushed the stone sculpture beside him, watching it vaporize in a haze of dust and ash as it collided with the ground. Oops. Accidentally broke the king. Whoopsie. Break it. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Yep. Yep. Whoopsie. My bee. Sorry, baby. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Don't you love a spooky little guy? The King of Ashes, Monarch of Ashmire, literal ashes. How's that for a fitting end? Wow, that was so cool and sexy of him. I mean, you bastard. Oops. Haha. Her voice was hoarse and tense as she fought tears she didn't yet grasp the need for. The man gasped, playfully covering his mouth. Princess, language, how unbecoming. What will your beloved high alchemist think of you with words such as those muttered from your innocent lips? Not to pull us out of the vibes, but I do think that her sad face came out very pretty also. Olivia, listen to me. You must calm yourself. Let me go. And if I did, what then? What could you possibly do in this situation? Please, Olivia, think. He is dead. F into chat for the king, except not actually, because I'm not a huge fan, not gonna lie. Her voice quivered, weak and unlike her. Whispers and murmurs started spreading through the silenced crowd, the gravity of the situation settling. A collective realization overtook the crowd, who desperately dashed for the exits. The king was dead. Or nor. How very tragic. A strange mage stood before them, mocking their princess. What would stop him from coming for them next? Yeah, that's right, get the fuck out of here. The aggressor stomped his foot on the stair. Green flames flickered under his boot. A puff of dust rose in a small cloud, glittering in the light of the flame. Just kicking up the king ashes. Whoopses. Woo, dusty in here. What are your servants doing? What a silly, sassy little goofy guy. I love him. Too soon. Once more, the fiery attacker sent flames across the room, several gas lanterns exploding in the rear of the room. Now we're actually exploding shit. Let's go! The panicked nobles collected in a huddle. Some broke out in whimpers, tears streaming down their faces, while others took stances for weapons they did not carry. Yeah, we do love a sassy man. He's a sassy, silly little goofy guy. Do not give me such a look, Veronica. Do you expect me to believe you liked that buffoon? After the lies he just told these kind people? A dangerous glint in the man's eyes. He was ready for more destruction. Let's fucking go, man. Let's explode shit. Let's go. You may hold your applause. I understand it's a confusing time for everyone. I knew something felt wrong tonight. Who was this cretin? Little cretin. The boy assumed a peculiar stance, one which Skylar himself had been in what had to have been hours ago. He was dancing. Oh, he's a little spicy in the brain, yeah, but you know what? He's so cute. Skylar took a deep breath, and without taking his eyes off the intruder, he called for another, someone he felt he could trust. Sir Sidel, your princess needs you. Come. Which one? The intruder pulled a surprised face. He knew a Sir Sidel. That much became obvious. A frantic scramble sounded through the crowd, and moments later a frightened but determined young brunette appeared beside him. There he is. He's just a little guy. He is my favorite little guy. Other than this little guy. Oh, he is very small. I always forget about that he was supposed to be, like, small. But seeing him next to the other ones, it's a little silly. Just a little guy. The man tilted his head in a slight confusion, pulling out puzzling out the young man. Oh. I guess he was unaware of a second son, just as I was. Oh. He's allowing this, though. What is his purpose? He murdered the king, but what now? He seems almost bored. Olivia, I want you to stay with Wesley here. I need you to trust me. Can you do that? The girl's lip quivered as she nodded. Skylar gripped the knight's shoulder, leaving him with a new charge. There to go. Bye. I have to be smart about this for her and everyone else. This is dangerous and it could potentially get worse. I have to find a way to get us out of here in one piece. Maybe we can distract him by kissing him on the mouth. I think that would be a good way to do it. A room full of nobility, ministers, lawmakers, and townspeople all looked to him to save them as he stood before the fire wielder. What a cutie. Just a little green guy. Ah, silence finally. At least you citizens are fundamentally cognizant? I don't think I've ever had to say that word out loud before. You'll be able to understand what I'm about to tell you all. Skylar stared hard at the man before him. He wanted to demand his name, demand his reasons, but he knew that would be pointless. You have our undivided attention. Please tell us. Ah, Veronica, you are always so polite. I can feel those cogs in your head whirling. Okay, so he was obviously friends with his mom. I do not know how you know that name, but I respectfully request you cease. A look of sheer delight crossed the green-haired man's face as he brought a single digit to his lips to shush the alchemist. Whirling and whirling, my darling. Don't spoil it, though. That would be no fun at all. Enough. Put everyone out of their misery and tell us what you linger here to announce. You did have an announcement, I assume? Yes. These things take time, you see. Time to boil and bubble and reach their full potential. What a weird little guy. I love him a lot. Where's the fun in rushing things? Skylar's deadpan face made the strange man roll his eyes in response. Very well, Veronica doesn't want to play, and the princess is in no condition to either. Skylar's body tensed at the mention of the princess. He was young, and the natural magics of his kind were still weak within him. If he had to fight, he was not sure he could actually win. Not against Veilfire. Yeah, so apparently 100 years is still pretty young in catboy age. The Moonflower. The bumbling idiots you have the gall to call kings have all but killed it. Or nor. Oh, he's gonna swipe it. The crowd stole glances to one another, fear and confusion etched on their faces. Skylar kept his gaze trained on the figure. Take the Moonflower? He's gonna swipe it. Don't do that. No one is asking for your permission. Besides, you should be thanking me, my dear Princess Olivia. Your duty is done. Where's my gratitude? The man mocked sadness, pretending to cry. The Felinis's ears twitched, a noise from beyond the door catching his attention. The mysterious assailant seemed to notice the slight movement himself. Do you hear that, Veronica? It seems I must leave you to these people. The big men and their shiny garbage cans have arrived. He mocks, but I would be willing to bet he couldn't defeat all of them right here and now. This does not end here, friend. I would be disappointed if it did. I do like his little manic face. I think that it turned out good. I think he looks the right amount of crazy. Once more, the ballroom was plunged into darkness, gas lanterns flaring and exploding one by one down the walls. A shrill, piercing sound that resonated through the room forced the crowd to their knees. Ooh, yeah. Ouchie, ouchie on the cat ears. Skylar hobbled in front of Olivia and Wesley crouched beside her, hand hovering over the sword at his waist. He'd be prepared to protect her at all costs had the danger still remained. Thanks to the blessing of his sight, he could see the dangerous past. Despite his sight, however, he had not seen the green-haired menace had left. Seen how he left. That's okay. He poofed. Magic. Little magic guy. As the lanterns began to reignite around the room and the screams died down, the ballroom was filled with a sterile silence. A quiet Skylar was not used to hearing. A heavy sensation settled on his heart. Quiet only broken up by the occasional sniffle, the rustle of fabrics, and quiet sobs of confusion and fear, which grew louder and louder as the realization of what had happened sunk in. Yeah, what a fucking night, guys. When you get dragged to the party and then shit actually happens? Jesus Christ. When the danger passed, everyone knew it for sure. The king was dead. The princess wept for her father, tears streaming down her cheeks in disbelief. Well, I guess she's in charge now. There's a win, I guess. Skylar took a deep breath, releasing it slowly as he glanced back to the kneeling girl before him. Sorry, princess. Might be. Oopsie. A startled shriek escaped the crowd as continuous thumping sound vibrated through the ballroom. The guards. They took their time. Wesley nodded in response. I had wondered where they were. Why am I the only guard here? A loud voice booming called out to the group as the ballroom doors finally gave way. Wesley wrinkled his nose at the new addition. The face quite similar to that of Wesley, but older, more defined, with a voice Skylar most definitely recognized. Sir Thane Siddell, knight and captain of the guard. While Skylar had little reason to interact with the man, unlike his younger brother, he was familiar with him. Okay, so, that was mainly the little, the scene that I was waiting for, to end the stream, because I did want to see my little guy, because I do like him a lot. And I wanted to see what was actually happening there with his fun little murder party. So I'm gonna save it, and I'm probably going to end the stream here because this seems like a relatively good spot. I don't know if I... Okay, just to be sure. Okay, So, what you guys think? Who's your guys' favorite so far? Because obviously my favorite is the little green guy. I do like him a lot. I can't say his name yet because that would be spoilers. So we're just gonna call him Little Green Guy. Little Green Guy and Mysterious Elfman are probably my favorites currently. We've got... yeah, I think that's all of them for now. Because, Wesley's older brother is one of the ones getting a sprite. If you guys would like to see the preview for that, it is on, the studio, Twitter. Cat's on a lily pad, and I will be, retweeting and posting that stuff as it comes out. So, you guys on my Twitter will be getting all of the updates on the patches and stuff. Olivia, girl boss, let's go. So true. She is so good, actually. I do love her a lot. I think that she's very pretty and she's very cool, and now she's the queen. Because Dad got murdered. Oopsie, whoopsie. I like Wesley. I think he's a very good little guy. I hope that he gets lots more content. I hope that he becomes very relevant because I love him. He's just a little guy. I also do like how they ended up writing the main character. He has a lot of personality. I like all the little insights into his brain. There is a lot of mystery here, and I am excited to get more of the backstory on what actually happened here, because apparently people be snatching this flower frequently, I guess. Okay, but yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing this so far. I am glad that I got to work on it, and I'm excited to play more, because I do like fun fantasy dating sims, especially. It was a fun opportunity to work on this one too, so it's very special in my heart. Like I said, I think I might ask about maybe doing a patch of a couple of little art updates, because there's some things that I want to fix maybe, and just update because I've gotten a little bit better about a couple of things since these were drawn. There's also, like I said, the new characters coming in, so I want to make sure they all match well. Any other opinions or questions you guys would like to share at the end of stream, either for me or the game, because if you guys have any questions about the game also, I can put those on. Who's the king? Oh, like I said, right now he's just a silhouette, but I am working on the sprite for that, and we're gonna have a patch soon. So the king will have a sprite soon. As soon as I finish it, because I've been going a little slow after convention stuff. Like I said, it's the king and Wesley's older brother, who is very attractive. And I am probably going to ask them about maybe doing some fun ball outfit sketches, just because I think that it would be fun. Oh, thank you. I keep getting worried that I'm talking too fast, but like I said, it's just because I read really fast, and my brain has a hard time, like, slowing down enough for my mouth to catch up to. So I'm glad that it was a good pace and not me going, like, fucking speedy in your ear while you're trying to chill. I do like this music also. It's very nice. It's chill. Oh, oops. I clicked it. Don't look. Spoilers. Don't look. That's for next time. Okay. this one. Oopsies. One of these days, I will figure this out correctly. Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming by today. I'm still learning all the stream stuff, so I am, figuring out and adjusting, so thank you for being very patient with me while I figure out all of my audio stuff specifically, and the streaming stuff. I heard from a couple people that there were problems with, the video quality, picking up the dating sim stuff, so I guess I will probably adjust that a little bit more. But like I said, if you guys have any suggestions on like stuff that could be improved for my streams, let me know, because I am still very new to this. I'm still figuring stuff out, and I'm not good with technology for one, so any input is very appreciated. Which, yeah, thank you guys for letting me know if my audio stuff was too loud, like with the music and stuff. Because I am listening, but I have it down low just to make sure that the audio and stuff is still working. But yeah, lots of adjustments and learning. We're learning. Miss Tomocat will figure it out eventually. I am so used to being in hell and fighting other demons. You know, we don't have a lot of PCs in the demon realm. So we are learning. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably gonna go now because I got I'm sleepy and I gotta eat and stuff like that. But another stream on Saturday, this Saturday, also at 7. We'll either be playing this or something else. Cause there's lots of dating sims. Oh, sorry. Got lots of dating sims I want to play, but there's also things like Final Fantasy 14 or fucking Minecraft or something, because I like Minecraft. So we've got lots of options, so I'll decide soon. But if you guys like the game, be sure to check it out. Any support is very appreciated because, like I said, I've been working on it. Yes, thank you for coming. I will see you guys on Saturday. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Bye-bye.